This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Anzalone Studios of Arizona, Conor McGregor in the news again. Was he naughty or nice? We'll talk about that. We have a lot of MMA news. Recap of the UFC, Fight Week, Covington, Donald Trump. No, let's go with the MMA-Holes. Yeah, baby. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, people. We got a packed show tonight. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be WW and JBH. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful, Moss. How are you?
Shopping
Wonderful,
during
wonderful.
a pandemic.
We got Pulse coming in.
First things first. Ed Short-Fuse Herman is not a cheater. He doubled over in reaction to a gut shot, and not a fake nut shot. Furthermore, Moss, I'm surprised at your lack of support. Ginger niggers got to stick together. Also, Angela Hill was robbed.
Okay, so you make a valid point in the first part of your donation, and then you fucking shit your pants in the second part. I picked Angela Hill. I'm taking my socks off, getting a little cozy over here. I picked Angela Hill in that fight. I wanted Angela to win. She didn't win. It was a split decision, but they got the decision right. Karate Hottie did enough to get the W, and this whole Angela Hill getting robbed in decisions. Listen, maybe Angela Hill should get a finish. Maybe should try that out since it doesn't work well with the judges. What do you think, Jess?
No comment other than
Shopping during a pandemic.
Hold on a second. Chrome coming in.
Connor didn't do nothing.
Kind of didn't do nothing. Yeah, and we're going to be talking about that. What'd you say?
Can you move to your left a little?
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah, Conor didn't do nothing. And I know people love talking about Conor McGregor. It was like, oh my God, have we had enough? Well, this is a pretty fooked up story. It's an interesting story over here. And we're going to dabble into this. And it's going to be hilarious. All right. Anyway, tell me, Jess, the Karate Hottie versus Hill. Would you think about that fight?
As far as the decision, or yeah, I think it was a fair decision. I have no it could have gone either way. It was a really close fight, and it was probably one of the better women's fights that we've seen.
Great fight.
I think it was a fair decision.
Incredibly surprised by, and look how Karate Hottie's standing over here. She's like, ooh, take me. I don't know why. What's that about? What's that? Very good posture, Jesse. It's like, bend me over, please. Right? Isn't it weird? Like Angela's standing there like a fighter, and Karate Hottie's like, look at me tits.
If that's how women stand when they want to be bent over.
It's weird. Bend me over right now. This is my bend over stance. I need it. Yeah, I think she did enough to win. What were we saying besides there was another part of the statement?
Ed Herman is not a cheater, he said.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, the Ed Herman situation. All right. So, in real time, all we got to see was Ed Herman not get kicked in the nuts and cry like he did get kicked in the nuts. Now, watching the replays and seeing how bad the referee took care of that fight, and let me just put the fight up here so you guys know who we're talking about. Some people didn't even see the card. So, like, Ed Herman.
I have a story on what Dana White said about it, too.
Yeah, I listened to post-fight. Once again, Mystic Moss hits the nail on the head. Always does. Ed Herman, Michael Rodriguez. Michael Rodriguez comes in on short notice. In the second round, Mike Rodriguez cracks Herman to the body. Looks like a liver shot. Ed Herman just crumbles. The ref stops the fight and says, hey, got kicked in the nuts. Give him his time. As this happens, Ed Herman's like, wow, I can't believe what's going on. So he decides to go with it. Now, in hindsight, and watching how bad that was by the ref, I guess I don't blame the guy for doing it. Now, is it a class act? Is it a chivalrous act by Ed Herman? No, by no means. He took the easy way out. Someone gave him some cheat notes, and he took it, and he cheated on the test. And what happened was Ed Herman finished Mike Rodriguez in the third round, which was crazy comeback. I listened to a little bit of Mike Rodriguez interviews, and he said he wasn't even upset about Herman, going along with the fake nut shot. He was more upset about Herman actually holding onto the fence to aid himself in the finish of the fight. So he even cheated on top of that whole situation. So Ed Herman took some shortcuts in that fight.
Herman should have won the Performance of the Night bonus. That was an Oscar-worthy performance.
Yes. Yeah. Ed Herman sold it, man. But the real issue in this fight, and I don't know if Mike Rodriguez is going to appeal this. He should, because honestly, I mean, even and Dana White has his words, and Jesse will read that shortly. This ref made a mistake like no other ref has made. Like I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. And I completely agree with what Dana said. We had a freaking heart attack that night. Like, what is going on? How the UFC doesn't have any sort of replay, And the fact that the replay was playing
during a pandemic.
We got Sanosi coming in.
There should be an award for horrifying reffing. The Mazzagatti Performance of the Night.
Yeah, it should be Mazzagatti's head on a trophy. Yeah. But they were replaying what happened, and the ref was like looking over, and how did he not see that? Now, if there was a crowd there, could you imagine? Like if there was a crowd there screaming and yelling and booing, eventually someone would look up and be like, wait, hold on a second here.
Someone probably did look up, but you have to remember when a ref calls something, he called it.
It's crazy.
They have to go through with it.
Crazy.
So if he called a nut shot, whether it was a nut shot or not, they still have to take the 5.
Ed Herman took his time, and I mean, I guess rightfully so. The ref was like, hey, buddy, I got some money on you. You got kicked in the nuts. Take the 5 minutes. And Ed Herman's like, oh, yes, my nuts. And Ed Herman was trotting around, holding on to his dick, just like, oh, my nuts hurt.
That was the annoying part for me. It wasn't that, listen, the ref calling the nut shot was probably the most ridiculous thing I'd ever seen. But what was more frustrating for me was, all right, so he was hurt, so he took a couple seconds to regroup himself. But if he knew he didn't get hit in the nuts, which he would know if he didn't get hit in the nuts, then he shouldn't have taken as much time as he did, and he was playing it off like he got hit in the nuts. That was the most annoying part.
Yeah, I was annoyed as well. But a pandemic. Hold on, Chrome coming in.
The ref had money on Herman.
Yeah.
No way he gonna let him go out like that.
Right. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Go ahead, Jess.
No, that's all I'm saying. Like, just the fact that how much time he took to regather from that stomach shot, and then the fact that he was hugging his nuts to make it seem like it was actually nut shot. Like, don't lie about it, bro. Just take the 5 minutes and just move on. So
what would you do? Now I'm going to play devil's advocate over you. Okay. What would you do if you're Herman, right? You're in this fight. You're getting your ass whooped.
And someone called a fake nut shot.
And someone said a nut shot.
Yeah.
Would you be? And you're looking around like, I wasn't kicked in the nuts, but what would you do?
Listen, and he even said it after in his interview. He said, I know I was hurt somewhere. He was hurt in his stomach. He got hurt. And it was clear he got hurt.
The post-fight interview was hilarious.
I understand why he took the time, because he was clearly hurt. I probably would have done the same thing. But I wouldn't have faked it off like I got hit in the nuts. I would have just kind of walked around, paced back and forth a little bit, regathered myself.
Start talking on his nuts.
Like, why do you have to lie? Go further with the lie. We know you didn't get hit in your nuts. Don't play like you got hit in your nuts. Just take the time.
It was funny,
regroup,
man.
And go back into the fight.
He was adjusting his cup.
So
like, he didn't even know he got hit in the nuts. He was just like, all right, well, I got hit in the nuts. Let me adjust my cup.
So dumb.
Listen, the guy, if anything, very good actor. I think he has a future in Hollywood after this fight for sure. Was he 39 years old, or he's pushing 40? So how many years left does Ed Herman have? Pulse
is saying, but you don't own any nuts, JBH. But did you miss what I'm just saying, Pulse? I said a man would know if he got hit in the nuts. A man would know. And this guy did not get hit in the nuts whatsoever. Didn't even come close to the nuts. So the fact that he was playing it off and he lost the integrity of the whole thing. It's just fucking
shopping
stupid.
during a pandemic.
Come on.
If Herman was a real gangster, he should have told Bisping, I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah. You know what? He should have either done that or just said, hey, man.
Just walk it off. Like, if you're hurt, walk it off.
If I was Ed Herman, I'd be like, what would you do? You know, like acknowledge it, but kind of brush it off. You know, that's what I would do. Like, I think that would be a beast move. Ed Herman was stuttering like, oh, fuck, he asked me about it. Like, he knows he got caught cheating on the test. You know, it was how he handled it.
The way that he backtracked in his interview says it all.
But let's be clear here. It's really not his fault, though.
I'm not saying that. Now, there are some parts that I disagree with how he handled it, for sure.
Yeah.
And I know the ref is 100% involved in whoever you're going to throw blame at. But I'm saying that the fact that he backtracked in his interview and the fact that he completely tried to play off something that didn't actually happen, it makes you lose a little respect for the dude.
It's crazy, man.
And if you're trying to defend him for that, then that means you just picked him for the fight, and you're just happy he won.
I think people, honestly, I didn't know Ed Herman had so many fans. Apparently, he's quite the fighter. I mean, he's got a lot of fights under his belt. The guy is he's a tough dude. He is a tough guy, and he found a shortcut. He took it. It was just how he handled it, which is you're like, come on, dude. Like, what are we doing here? Like, it was so bad. Especially, could you imagine, like, no crowd there, so it's quiet, and he's tugging on his cup. What's going through his mind? He's like, I can't believe the fucking ref did this. I can't believe he did this. Now, listen, let's push aside what happened here with Herman. Let's talk about the referee. I am telling you, I was arguing with everyone saying that Rodriguez should appeal this. He really should. I don't know if he's going to. He really should appeal this. He has a legit case. Go to the Dana White story because, I mean, listen to the
shopping during a pandemic.
Which is worse, this or when Amir Khan acted like he got hit in the nuts when he didn't.
I do actually remember that. That was pretty bad too. I think this is worse, but no, you know what? I think Amir Khan's worse because this was more of this is more of the ref. The ref really fucked up here, like royally. I mean, if you didn't see it happen, how do you assume it? Like, Ed Herman didn't even point to his nuts. You know, you ever see like when the ref, and thank you for the donation. Did you ever see when like a ref doesn't see something, but then the fighter holds onto his nuts and then they're like, all right, maybe he got hit?
Yeah.
Ed Herman didn't do that. Ed Herman was like, I got shot.
I think it's because the knee, like, listen, the way that the knee went up, I'm sure the ref was probably just antsy and looking for that opportunity to call the illegal shot. And it was just a perfect combination of things. The knee went up, it passed right past the nuts, up into the stomach, and then Ed goes hurling over. So it does look like a nut shot at first glance. So I'm sure that's why the ref called it. But that doesn't take away from the fact that it was a horrible call. It
would look like a nut shot if he held onto his dick. You'd be like, he kneed me in the nuts. He didn't even do that.
Yeah.
He went like this.
Yeah. So stupid.
Last time I checked, your nuts are not in your rib cage. Maybe Ed Herman's nuts are in his rib cage, possibly.
Shopping during a pandemic.
We'll get to the counter stuff. Don't worry.
It's an integrity issue, and knowing that a lot of fighters would not have done what he did irks us.
Yes.
The ref is completely at fault, but Herman's lack of integrity is also at center. That's why short fuse is small time.
It's weird, man.
I could not disagree more. I mean, agree more. Sorry. I could not agree more.
It is weird. It's just a bad look. And what sucks is anytime you see Herman fight, you're going to be thinking about this. Like, this is going to pop back up. Hey, this is the guy that faked, guy giving a fake nut shot.
And here's the thing, too. Like, there's fighters who have genuinely taken nut shots and...
CBD.
Ed Herman can use a little CBD. Yeah, COLBY, baby. CBD. I had some CBD yesterday.
CBD. It helps with healing process and inflammation and stuff like that. So you want to get these for before or after the fight training and make your life a better place.
Colby Johnson. What's up, Colby with the 420. Shocker. All right. Thank you, Colby, for the donation. Appreciate that. You are? Wonderful. Thank you very much. Now let's see what Dana White had to say about the situation with Mr. Rodriguez.
Dana White calls out Mazzagatti level reffing, saying Rodriguez won that fight. According to MMA Mania, fight fans have seen a lot of bad calls on the part of bad refs and bad judges, but what happened during the Mike Rodriguez versus Ed Herman fight on Saturday night's UFC Vegas 10 event may be one of the worst calls in a long time. Halfway through the second round, Rodriguez hit Herman with some big knees to the midsection that dropped Herman to the ground in pain.
Shopping during a pandemic.
Kind note 2.
Yup, Moss, I'm writing this as I hear you say it. The fighter usually complains when it's a nutshot, and Herman did no such thing. He just turtled up and hoped for a quick end. The ref showed inexperience.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Herman basically flopped soccer style.
It was nuts, man. And listen, the night of, it just looked really bad for Herman. Like, to us, watching in real time, we're just seeing a guy completely dramatically say it was a nut shot, and it clearly wasn't. It just is a bad look. But when it comes down to it, it's really the ref's fault. And here's the rest of that story.
In round 3, Herman managed to turn the fight around and tap Rodriguez with a Kimura, which would have been pretty impressive comeback if the ref hadn't completely botched the second round stoppage. UFC President Dana White was right there with the rest of the world on that ridiculous situation, saying, it's hard not to bang on this guy. The worst I've ever seen. He's fucking Mazzagatti level. That's some Mazzagatti level shit right there. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen. The kids win by knockout, technical knockout, and loses the fight. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen. I was all over them tonight about the replay. We've got to have replay. There's got to be replay. All you've got to do is look at the fucking replay. That's playing 6,000 times while Herman's on the ground and say, oh shit, I made a mistake.
Think about it. No crowd. The replay is going over and over again in the background. Now, if the ref sees that, shouldn't he be like, whoa, I fucked up? Like, I fucked up. That wasn't a nut shot. You don't have 5 minutes. You ready to go? Let's go. That's what should have happened.
He said, how do you think that is a groin kick is next level nuts, but whatever, it happens. What are you going to do? It happened.
Thank God it didn't happen during a title fight or something like that. But you would never see that ref doing a title fight. Oh, that's it? All right. So
he said they're giving Mike his money too. He won that fucking fight.
Yeah, so they're paying Rodriguez. Honestly, that should be a no contest. It really should. So Mike Rodriguez handled it very well. I guess the man got paid. He doesn't give a fuck. Came in on short notice. He probably was like, even if I lose, it's short notice. Who gives a crap? But he could have won that fight and made a statement and looked very good the first 2 rounds. And the third round, Herman got the job done. So anyway, that's the situation with this. Let us know what you think in the chat room.
Drunk Savage says the ref should have been horsewhipped. Shep Dog says can't be perfect. She joins LOL Drunk Savage Bro. Sean says props to Herman for coming back though. Colby Johnson says he's a good ref, just a bad call. It happens to the best of them, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you, chat room. Appreciate that. And we're gonna move on now to the Conor McGregor situation, Jess. Mm-hmm. Your favorite, Conor McGregor, back in the mix, exposing his genitals to people. What's the story on this? According to the Irish Post, Conor McGregor was arrested in Corsica, I don't know how to pronounce it, on Friday for alleged sexual assault and indecent exposure. It was a report that former UFC star exposed himself to a young married woman as she made her way to the toilet of a bar on September 6th. The 32-year-old, who vigorously denies all accusations against him, was interviewed by local police and later released without charge on Saturday. French broadcaster France 3 Cours reportedly spoke with a friend of the alleged victim about the incident. The source said that her friend was on holiday in Calvi with her husband and was deeply shocked by the altercation. All right, let's break this thing down. Now, first off, I haven't even gotten into it yet. Yeah, we're going to do it piece by piece in this story because I don't want to keep going back here. So he's in France, right? Is that where he is? Corsica. Okay. And was there a date to this? When did this happen? September 6th. September 6th. So, wait. This month? Or last year? That would be this month, Moss. About 7 days ago, 8 days ago. It says 2020. It says September 6th, and this article was 2020. So, yes, that would be 2020. Connor. Okay, let's get to the bottom of this. How am I going to defend this, Jesse? Showing the pee-pee. September 6th? What the fuck? This guy's trotting around. All right, go ahead. Source said that her friend was on holiday in Calvi with her husband and was deeply shocked by the altercation. As the alleged victim of a sex crime, she will be entitled to anonymity while pursuing her complaint. McGregor is now waiting for the results of physical tests. Pandemic. Hold on, we got Mark coming in.
His dick was becoming a balloon, so he had to whip it out.
My foot was a balloon.
My dick was a balloon. September 6th. So this woman's married, right?
Yes.
And she was appalled to see the Irishman's twig and berries.
I guess. McGregor is now waiting for the results of key physical tests and the examination of film evidence, so probably security cameras or anything that was around there, before learning whether or not he will be re-arrested. So he was released. Key's physical tests were carried out on the suspect, but the results will not be known until after the weekend, so we won't find out probably until later on this week. These tests are of a routine nature following incidents like this, but they take time to make sure there is no doubt about them. It is also possible that the incident being complained about was filmed. It took place in a very busy place where fixed cameras are situated everywhere. Lots of holidaymakers would also have been filming and taking pictures on their phones, so they also need to be spoken to.
Was he with D?
I would assume not, if he was doing this.
What the fuck is going on? Oh, man. What the fuck?
McGregor's lawyer told TMZ that Conor McGregor vigorously denies any accusations of misconduct. McGregor's manager said in a statement, "I am irate and putting out a warning loud and clear. Conor McGregor is not and will not be a target for those seeking to score a headline or a payday." McGregor was staying on his yacht in Corsica with his girlfriend, Dee Devlin, and their 2 children.
Oh, wait, hold on. So he was on the yacht with the family, whipped his dick out?
No, this happened in a bar, but he was staying in his yacht in the same place, in the same location with Dee Devlin and his 2 children.
Oh, look at me in France. Look at me. Flippity flashy. Here's my proper 12. Check it out, mate. Look at me, proper 12. For the lady. You married? Fuck your husband. Take a look at my big green proper 12. It's nice and green. Proper large. Check it out, mate. Me proper 12.
My foot was up a balloon.
Man, oh man. Conor, what were you doing? Oh, sorry, man. I was just having a good time. I see this young lady and her husband. I said, do you want to see some big Irish balls? Take a look at this. Floppity, flippity, floppity, flop. Take a look. Look at me. Look at me nuts. Look at me log. Look at me big, floppy Irish cock. Where the fuck did Jesse go? I want to show her me cock. Me big, floppy, fleshy cock. Take a look. Where's Khabib? I'll whip it out and slap it on his face. Flippity, floppity, floopy. Wow. You know, I always dreamed to have Conor McGregor on the show. Who would have thought? You know? Jesus Christ. Conor McGregor flipping his cock out. Now, we need to see proof. This young lady could have said, he flipped his dick out. What's the proof? Like any idiot.
That's what they're saying is they did a physical test on Conor.
How do you physically test if he took his dick out?
I don't know.
Shopping during a pandemic.
How do you test someone for that?
Funny how rape and sexual assault seems to follow this twat. Normally I'd say this is a setup and attention grab, but not this time. Also, I used to feel sorry for her, but not anymore. Dear's bigger chump than Conor.
Wow.
Talk about no integrity. She's got a price.
I mean, she birthed his 2 children. I think it's a little different.
Fuck you, Kainoto, and your fucking $2. How dare you put shame on me name? It's just a penis. Relax, mate. What'd you say, Jess?
No, I can see where you're trying to go with the whole Dee Devlin thing, but she did give birth to 2 of his children. I mean, of course she's going to try and stick around no matter what the fuck he does. They have children. You know, it's like, what is she going to do?
There is no proof of the sexual assault. There is no proof of him sticking his dick out. Now, there is proof of him slapping an old man at the pub. There's proof of that. There's proof of him throwing the hand truck through the window. There's proof of him slapping the phone and that big gay black guy's satchel. Or his hand, but he had a satchel. There is proof of all that. But there is no proof of him whipping his cock out. and innocent until proven guilty. I mean, any nut job could be like, oh my God, that's Conor McGregor. Hey, hubby, you want to get paid? I saw his dick. Let's call the police. I mean, why is he whipping his dick out?
That's kind of what his manager is getting at, is he's making it clear that nobody's going to be able to use him as a payday.
Yeah, like, I mean, think about it. If you see this man out in public, you know, and you're strapped for some cash, make up a story and go with it. Fuck your story, mates. My cock wasn't out. If I took my cock out, I would have taken out the whole crowd. My big Irish cock would have wiped out the whole crowd, mates. So I don't believe it. Do you believe it, Jess?
I don't know what to believe yet.
Yeah, we have to get now, if there's a TMZ video of him whipping his cock out in public, you probably shouldn't be doing that. Especially when you have 2 kids on the yacht. And D.
I highly doubt he would have done that shit with his family right there.
Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Door.
It sounds like listen, Conor's done some crazy shit. Yes. He's done some crazy shit. Why would he get engaged, bring his family to France, stay in shape for this fight, go out and show his dick to a married woman? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
He was there for a some event for water safety where they all go out and they do however many kilometers on a boat, and that's why they were there on the yacht.
That's correct, Jesse.
So why would he do that stuff if he was there for an event?
All I wanted to do was hang with the people. Blasphemy. He did put some tweets out. Did you have the tweets? I know Post put it.
The tweets. I don't know the how legit those tweets are that Post put out.
Yeah, I didn't see him. Now there are stories though saying that he retracted them. So it's alluding to the fact that it's like, what the fuck? You know, like he sounds like completely stressed out. He's out with his family, and then these allegations happen, and it's like, what? You know, come on, man. I'm done with this shit. Now, I kind of think Conor's out there having a good time. I'm sure he is. But at the same time, I don't believe that this is the same coked up jumping over a cage, slapping an old guy at the bar, flying to another country and terrorizing the Barclays Center. I don't think this is the same guy, especially after the whole Cowboy Cerrone thing. You know, starts talking about God and shit. I don't buy it. I think it's a payday thing.
Oh, here we go.
What's the story? I mean, what did he say?
It says Conor McGregor deletes worrying tweets by latest controversy. And then there's one tweet that says, I can't go on like this, man. I am crushed here. And then there's another one that says, suicide intervention, yet ridiculing me in this manner online at this horrendous time in my life. I'm trying to stay strong for my kids and the people that rely on me and that love and support me. Thanks for the insults, hypocrite.
But wait, hold on a second. People are saying he's gonna commit. He's writing like he's gonna commit suicide. There's nothing.
He said suicide intervention.
Yeah, but we don't know what he's responding to. What's the tweet that he's responding to? It's not saying that he's getting a suicide intervention. It's probably someone saying you should kill yourself, and he's responding to that tweet. Hold on a second. Where is the tweet before this? It's like, why is everyone saying he's going to fucking commit suicide? It says suicide intervention. This is a response to someone saying something about you should probably kill yourself, right? I mean, what? That's what it seems like to me.
He says suicide intervention, yet ridiculing me in this manner online. So someone probably said something along the lines of you should attend suicide intervention, and he said suicide intervention, yet you're ridiculing me online, calling them a hypocrite.
Yeah. So guys, everyone run. You guys. All right. I watched this documentary last night. It was on Netflix. You remember the name of it? Social something. Hold on a second. I recommend this documentary. It's quite fascinating. It basically piggybacks off that whole fucking rant that I went. I'm not going to get political, you guys. Don't worry. I'm not going to drag you guys through that shit again. The documentary is called, hold on a second. And thanks, shout to VNAC. The Social Dilemma. Yeah, there you go, Steve Sparks. It's a fascinating documentary. And basically, it's saying pretty much what we all know. But social media, the media, is legit brainwashing us and self-destructing. We are reading things online and just immediately believing things, or when someone comes up with a conclusion or a conspiracy.
Or reiterating it a different way.
Yeah. It's like playing telephone, where one person says something and then the next person says it completely differently. We all start believing these weird things, and it just catches and snowballs, and it just keeps going and going and going here. This tweet is a perfect example of that. This is a response to someone that we don't even know who he's responding to. And now Knuckleheads is saying he's going to kill himself. This is how fucking stupid society is. Now listen, if Conor went out there and shoved his dick out in his lady's face, he's wrong. You can't do that. I'm with you. But we have no evidence. Everyone's throwing the fucking pitchforks at the guy, and now they're saying he's going to commit suicide. What kind of world do we fucking live in?
But you know what it is they're taking his history with sexual assault allegations and
allegations.
Going, oh, well, if he did this, then he must have done this, is basically what their logic is.
Allegations. The sheep of the world. How do I say this without getting into that? There are so many sheep out there that just follow the hot trend, the hot, topic, the hot protest, the hot this, the hot that, and they just go with it. Just fucking run with this thing. Watch this Social Dilemma thing on Netflix, please. It is fucking nuts. It is crazy. And you know what? It's bigger than this whole Conor McGregor bullshit. I couldn't give two fucks. The guy has got more money than anyone. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Do I want him to fight again? Sure, I love the circus. But I don't give a fuck what he does. If he shows his dick, if he marries his wife, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't mean anything to me. But what means something to me is the fact that everybody is jumping on these fucking conspiracies and just coming to conclusions and throwing it out there and force-feeding the world this bullshit.
I see Drunk Savage says McGregor hasn't come out and corrected anything, though. You have to think, with all of the situations that, and I understand where you're coming from, but you have to consider, too, with all the situations that he's been around legally over the last, say, 2 years, his publicist is probably telling him at this point, don't say anything. Don't come out and say anything. Don't try to defend yourself. Don't do anything until we get this figured out. That's probably what they're doing. It's a very good possibility. Maybe he did do that. I didn't see anything. I don't fucking know. So how are we going to we see this over and over again, right? If someone has a checkered past, we automatically throw stones before we even know the story. How the fuck, what kind of society do we live in where we just automatically accuse people for doing things that we don't even know they did? From Snowman says, Moss, hop off his nuts already. He's a piece of shit guy.
But let me tell you something. Do you know the person? Do I know the person? I don't. I can't jump on a human being, no matter if it's Conor or if it's fucking Bin Laden. I don't know these fucking people. All I know is what I see and what I read. And honestly, is that the truth? Are you going to believe every fucking piece of story that's thrown in front of you? Are you going to believe everything the news throws in your face and be a sheep? Or are you going to make decisions for yourself? Because clearly you're not making a decision for yourself. You're saying, well, everyone else is saying this, so I'm going to say that too. Make your own fucking opinion. This is beyond this Conor thing. And you know what? This fucking sucks because I wanted to make this whole thing about, making a joke about the Conor situation, right? And making fun of him about flipping his cock out. But the more I'm reading this, I don't have any facts. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can say. And I'm just watching this fucking world fall apart. It's crazy, man. It really is crazy. I just can't wrap my head around this. It's like people read things and they're just like, oh my God, that's real.
Well, haven't you been guilty of doing that in the past?
Name an example.
No, I'm just saying, just situations. I can't pull one out of my ass right now. I'm just saying, haven't you been guilty of doing that? Like you read something and you're like, oh, did you hear about this? And then
yes, but name one human being that I've casted stones at and I dismissed them and said, this person is a complete piece of shit without knowing anything about that person.
Brock Weaver with the whole dog fighting thing.
Brock Weaver, he did fight dogs.
But
he did it.
But remember, the story changed in what we read.
What was it? What was the change in the story?
He
did fight dogs.
No, he came back and said that it was the adrenaline of the comment and that he didn't actually do it, and his dog just accidentally got into a situation.
He said he didn't fight dogs. What was the exact saying of Brock Weaver? I mean, you remember what he said. He admitted to it.
There were two quotes. One person, so when he posted a picture of his dog injured, and this is completely irrelevant, I'm just saying, when he posted a picture of his dog injured, someone mentioned dogfighting, and he jumped on that train and said, oh yeah, my friend and I, wanted to see whose dog's better. My dog won, but got a little hurt.
Okay.
And then when media came to him about it, he said, sorry, it was just the adrenaline of the comment. I don't actually do dogfighting.
But
and all this stuff.
I wanted to see if my dog could beat up the other dog.
No, he didn't say that. No, he said that in the first comment.
Yeah.
Second comment, he didn't say that.
So saying that he wants to see his dog fight the other dog is dog fighting. He admitted to it.
But then he took it back.
But hold on a second. Let's backpedal before that was even said. I said I don't like Brock Weaver because I don't like his face. That's how I'm saying it. If you say I don't like Conor McGregor because I think he's a piece of shit, he looks like a piece of shit. This guy looks like a piece of shit, then fine. You could say that. But then accusing a man of rape when you don't even know he raped someone, who the fuck are you, Judge Judy? Who are you? Like, you so righteous you never did anything wrong in your life? You did everything by the book? Come on. That's ridiculous. If you don't like someone because they look like a fucking moron, I don't like that person. They look like a moron. You're at least basing it off of facts. I think that guy looks like an idiot. If you think Conor McGregor looks like an idiot, then that's fine. I could see that. But accusing a human being of doing something that they did not do, that you did not know happened, it blows my fucking mind. It's crazy. And it's a big deal. It's a big deal with politics. I watched that fucking convention with Trump, and Dana White's there. Ali Abdelaziz was there. Gaethje was there. And by the way, Colby Covington and Ali are cool now. So now you know they're doing it to sell fights, right? Which, pat on the back, that's great stuff. They're sitting there with no fucking masks. Everyone else got masks, and then some other people don't have masks. Donald Trump has. Like, what's going on? It's crazy, man. What the hell kind of world are we living in right now? It's nuts. But thankfully, the election will all be over. The pandemic will be gone, and Conor McGregor will be showing his cock. That's all that matters, right? Yes.
Shopping during a pandemic.
McGregor tweeted some stuff out about suicide earlier. My thoughts are maybe old D is getting sick of his shit and threatening to take those 2 money bags, I mean kids. Dana is on a plane heading to massage Conor's proper 5 inches as we speak.
Oh my God. Jesus. He probably is going to do that. By the way, and I
wouldn't be surprised if D has threatened in the past to leave.
Of course. Listen, for constantly getting in trouble and no matter what the hell the situation was.
There's only so much a woman can put up with when she's taking care. She's raising your 2 children.
But we're assuming, right? I've also seen women that put up with guys that have done way worse than Conor's done.
That would only
when it comes to relationships,
they're
right?
comfortable.
So I've seen women, and it's unfortunate, but some women just listen. Conor's got a lot of money, you know. He's famous and yada yada yada. You would be out of there, but you don't know. Maybe she's the type of girl that's just like stand by my man no matter what. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
No matter what, including it.
It's a real woman,
infidelity and are you kidding me? No way.
When was he? But he's not married, right?
Does it matter? She birthed 2 of his children and ruined her body for him.
She ruined her body. She seems like she's really ruined right now.
And now
she's on a fucking yacht with her
raising
kids.
them while he's out doing stupid shit.
Listen, I don't know what their fucking personal situation is, nor do I care what their personal situation is. The girl's got more money than fucking God right now. If she wanted to leave, she could leave. Why is she not leaving? Because she probably cares about the fucking
She's probably comfortable with the financial situation. She's probably comfortable with whatever because if he's off doing his own thing, she can do her own thing. She doesn't have to ask for his permission.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second. They said they put on the community section.
Yeah, I just checked. Here's what's wrong with that. There were 2 tweets that Conor responded to. This could have been the first. There's no proof.
Yeah, here's the thing, guys. It is crazy, man. You guys and gals, like it's kind of nuts. Without the full evidence, people are just throwing pitchforks. This is the world we live in. It's so beyond the Conor situation. Listen, we'll get back into that, and I'm sure we'll open up the phone lines later and really discuss in depth. But not having all the evidence and just jumping to a conclusion is the reasons why people are burning down fucking businesses right now. Like that's the reason. Like think about it. It's bigger than Conor McGregor. It's this is the world we live in. We see something on social media, and we just automatically assume and go crazy about it. It's nuts. It's fucking scary, man. All right, this is the person?
Yeah, one of the tweets says, McGregor isn't a working class hero for anyone to look up to. Here's an example of how not to behave in society. Money and elevation in sport can't hide or change a person. Now, this could be the first tweet. There's nothing in here that says that this is the tweet that he responded to the second time around.
We don't have any sequence to any of these tweets.
It's just random tweets being thrown around.
Yeah, what is going on? Someone probably put this out there and be like, this is it, guys. Let's all jump on it. It's fucking weird, man. Yeah, we live in a bizarro world right now. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like this. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, we got some donations. Let's get to those things. I'm like, my head's
shopping during a pandemic.
Marker.
She was probably daring old Conor and he couldn't resist whipping out his improper twirl.
I bet it didn't even happen.
Oh, man. Maybe she was telling him, hey, whip it out. Taunted him, say, come on. You want to see me, cock? Here you go. I don't fucking know. But I would love to see a video. That'd be hysterical.
You gotta fix that chat.
What happened?
That shot? You didn't
okay. All right, we're going to catch up on donations. It's just weird, man. I know, Sean, it's just the beginning. It's crazy. All over the world, everyone's going nuts.
Shopping during a pandemic.
I will do whatever it takes to get into a brawl with this dude if I was to see him in public. I know exactly what to say to set him off. I'll have the last laugh once I wake up from my coma. This guy is a scumbag.
Yeah. I mean, Kayanoto has hatred for this man. And listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion. You know? I don't have that much hate for people.
I feel like the hate comes from a little bit of envy, though, if I had to be perfectly honest.
Well, he said his girlfriend was into him, and remember?
There you go.
He did admit to that, so.
So, there's your
Kayanoto's going to fuck him up.
Shopping during a pandemic.
Rogelia.
What happened to sober Conor and his 3-fight season?
I don't know.
And no COVID excuses, everyone else is fighting.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Well, I don't know what is going on. I honestly have no idea.
Well, right now he's doing like these events and stuff to raise awareness for things.
I have a feeling. No, that's not what he's doing. He is doing that.
Yeah, that's what he was there for.
Yeah, I understand he's doing that, but he had in mind who he wanted to fight, Khabib, and he was taking Khabib or nothing. That's what basically was going on. And he did have interest in DIAZ too, but for some reason that didn't materialize. Maybe it's the money situation.
He has interest in both DIAZs. Right
yeah,
now.
so the UFC is just basically like, listen. We're not paying you an absurd amount of money to not have fans in the crowd. And then Conor goes, I'm going to retire. And the UFC, go ahead. We're making a lot of money. We'll see you when you want to come back. Finally, the UFC is at a point where they're like, we don't need you, Conor. We have other studs that are making us money. You know? They would not be saying this to Conor McGregor if there was a gate. They would have made the fight that Conor wanted. Conor has no leverage anymore. It's not that he won his last fight. He's still a fucking superstar.
Well, Dana White's still defending Conor.
And Dana's still defending him, yes, because he's keeping that door open. But if there was a gate available, if there were people sitting in the stands, the UFC would fold and they would make what Conor wants. Conor doesn't have that leverage anymore. So now he's on his yacht showing his dick.
Frumsha says, LOL, Conor's all broth and no beans. We all know that. He could easily fight Tony and have the #1 contender spot.
But why? Look at Dustin Poirier, okay? And thank you for the comment. And we got donations I'm going to play in, I promise. Look at Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier wants to get paid big bucks. And Tony's like, pay the man. Let's go. I want to fight this guy. Dustin Poirier is holding out to get paid. If you're going to fight Tony Ferguson, who's off of a loss, you got to get paid. Even DP's playing that game. So we're going to fucking throw Poirier under the bus? Is he scared? Think about it. It's business. It's a business. Look at Angela.
Angel.
Oh, Angel. Sorry. I apologize. Angela. Thank you, Angel, for the subscribe. Yeah, I don't know. I got to find out what the hell he did, though, here. I want to see the video. That'd be hilarious, though. If he
probably won't release it.
If he did fucking flip his dick out, it'd be like, oh, man. Could you imagine the fucking shows we could have? You know, the dolly shit, the hand truck
during a pandemic
was fucking gold.
If Conor didn't do it, I would like you see that woman sent to prison for the same amount of time a man would have too.
I tell you what, man, for falsely accusing someone, what is it, a defamation of character or some shit like that? Mm-hmm. Holy fuck.
Yeah, he could sue her.
But he won't because she's probably a nobody. You know, he would look like a terrible human being if he did. But listen, these hoes. I'm telling you, man. Why would he look
like a terrible human being? If she's that fucked up that she's going to try and ruin someone else's life based off of a lie for her own personal gain.
Shopping during a pandemic.
We got to get the whole story.
Conor's coke-powered logic is this. He's saying that people always talk about not bullying because people kill themselves over it. So many virtue warriors preach it, but now those same SJWs are now trashing poor little Conor. What a little bitch.
I mean, hey, if that's the take you want to take, maybe the earth is flat too. I don't know. Thank you, Kayanoto. Appreciate that.
Wonderful.
Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion over you. I'm the type of guy that needs information. No, it's tough because you look really stupid, especially if you're in the public eye.
Super chat.
If you take a hard stance on something you don't know about.
The tweet before that responded to a BBC headline that said Conor was English. Someone said the English can have him. This person apparently is into suicide prevention. Conor then responded to him.
Oh, okay. All right. So there you go, Dan Martin. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. We don't know the fucking story. You know, that's the thing. It's just crazy how people read that tweet and they're like, Conor's going to kill himself. I'm reading this tweet. I'm like, where does it say Conor's committing suicide? Where does it say this?
Shopping during a pandemic.
Nuts, man.
How's this for a hot topic or hot trail? Punched a guy, fought midgets, cheats on his wife, assaults women, assaults old men, destroys public property, throws dollies. Yeah, no smoke there. Poor guy. Man. This is hard to believe. Quack, quack.
You keep saying he's not married.
Yeah, he's
like,
not.
what does it matter if he's in a committed relationship?
No, he said he was married. He's not.
Who cares?
Okay, listen.
He still cheated.
Here's the deal. Why have such a hatred for a human being that you don't even know?
I understand where you're getting at, but you keep making these excuses for him not being married, so all of a sudden it's acceptable that he cheated.
No, when you say he cheated on his wife, he's not married, so I'm just correcting you.
Okay, so he's cheated on his girlfriend.
Oh,
what's the difference?
My goodness. Yes, cheating is wrong. Boo-hoo. Who gives a fuck? I'm not going to get into that. I'm not getting into that. What I'm saying here is he's not married. So if you're going to speak about something, give me the facts. That's what I'm saying.
You don't think you're being a little literal?
No, the moral. Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm like in front of like a fucking grammar school right now. Like the kids are sitting on the floor. And I'm trying to speak some sense into people.
That doesn't make any sense.
What the whole moral of the story is, if you don't know the facts, right? If you don't know the facts, how do you just constantly criticize people? Not just Conor, everybody. Doesn't make any sense.
I understand what you're saying.
Now, if you want to criticize the man for the terrorist attack, which I did call it a terrorist attack, I did shows saying it was a terrorist attack, that the guy fucking flew to another country and started assaulting these people. Yes, that was fucked up. That was a fucked up move. But the whole sexual thing, what has Conor been convicted of? What?
I'm with you. Why are you asking me? Ask them.
That's
I'm
what
not saying anything.
But that's what he's alluding to.
Okay.
Do you understand? That's what I'm saying. Like, what has he done? What has he done sexually? The rape? What the fuck? What rape? You know, like, what are you talking about? I don't get it. Did he punch an old guy in the head? Yes. He punched the old guy in the head. And you know what? I punched old guys too. I've been in bars.
For not drinking his alcohol?
No, listen. I have been in dumb fucking fights, but I am not Conor McGregor.
But the old guy wasn't confronting him.
Okay.
He was just sitting there enjoying his drink.
Let me just make this very clear to you. I have done dumb things, so I can understand why people do stupid things.
Have you punched an old guy?
Could you? Yes, I have punched an old guy.
For no reason.
Well,
he was just sitting there enjoying his
drink. I
drink.
had a good reason, but maybe it wasn't.
What was your good reason?
It's not. It's another story.
So you're a Conor McGregor is what you're saying.
Listen, no. God, Jesse.
You don't like being cornered.
Don't be the BLM in this conversation.
No,
okay?
I'm just playing devil's advocate. If you're going to have an opinion.
Listen, the whole chat, right? Well, not the whole chat. I wouldn't say that because there are some sophisticated human beings in here, right?
Wonderful.
But there are some knuckleheads in here that you are taking the side of, and that's fine. You're allowed to have that opinion.
I'm not taking any sides. I'm just playing devil's advocate and asking questions.
So, all right, my question to you is, why do people throw stones when they don't have all the
That's
evidence?
A good question.
Don't you think that's an unfair move?
I would think that's unfair, yes.
If you were that celebrity, or if you were just any human being that was wrongfully accused of something, right? Mm-hmm. You have a family, and you're wrongfully accused of something, okay? How would you react?
You're right. I think it's unfair.
So, when you have people that are saying these are facts and not stating facts, wouldn't you think that that's wrong?
I understand where you're coming from. Don't mistake me. But I'm also asking you because you seem to be very one-sided about this.
No. What I am doing here.
So if they can't be one-sided,
no.
How come you can be very pro his actions?
I am not being one. See, this is what you are mistaken. If you give me the evidence, a video or something where Conor's just whipping his dick out, yes, I get it. Let's throw the stones. Let's have a party. I'm with you. There is no fucking evidence. There's nothing. So I am not being one-sided. I am being open-minded. It's a big difference. Being open-minded will take either side. We'll do a show about throwing someone under the bus or redeeming them because they didn't do anything wrong. Okay. I'm Switzerland right now. I'm in the fucking middle. Am I a Conor fan? Yes. But I did it with John Jones. I've done it with anyone. Okay. Any other person, any other human being. If they do something, I need to know what happened. I can't fucking... If someone's accused of rape, it's a horrible thing. Absolutely horrible thing. But if I don't know, why would I say someone raped someone?
Okay.
Back to the donations. Whoa, what a fiery show.
Shopping during a pandemic.
Never trust a hole. That's right.
People take the simplest things for granted. In Iran, undefeated wrestler got executed for a peaceful protest. Conor is lucky France don't kill people for his alleged actions.
Could you imagine? Right? That poor fucking guy. And Roberto, thank you. Thank you everyone that donated. That poor fucking wrestler. All he wanted to do was speak his mind. All he wanted to do was support his beliefs because a country was running in a direction that was just wrong, right? Good human being that wanted to express what's on his mind. There were reports saying he killed somebody. Who'd he kill? Who'd he kill? They forced him to say he killed. They killed this human being. We live in the United States or wherever you live. You have your freedoms wherever you live as well, you know? And we abuse it. It's crazy. If this woman said that he showed his dick, right, and he didn't do that, they should kill her. Take her head off.
What?
And play soccer in the fields. Actually, Conor should fucking go topless and play soccer with her head. Ruining his life. Smearing his name.
Shopping during a pandemic.
I'm going to run against Trump and Biden.
And one last thing. Jesse, there is a video on YouTube where he has a classic fight dog set up. He had pits in cages and fighting gear in the background. He for sure fought dogs. Lol Moss, you sound like a dork. You really love Conor that much, huh?
So,
smiley face.
Here's the thing. I never said he didn't fight dogs. We were trying to find an example where people would jump to a conclusion based off of what they read and not get the full story. So my example was that Brock Weaver said that he was fighting dogs and then retracted it. I'm sure he was fighting dogs. I'm not making any opinions on that. I was using that as an example for Chris's logic.
Yeah, and so far my logic has held pretty strong. It's been pretty concrete if you think about it. The moral of the story, it's not about defending certain people that we favor in situations. Yes, I favor Conor. I favor the Black Beast. I favor Daniel Cormier. I favor Uriah Hall. Like, those are my guys. Those are my boys. I favor them in conversations, in debates about fights and all that stuff. Luke Rockhold, I can't stand, right? I have my opinions. I have my lovers, and I have my unlovers, my non-lovers. I don't know what that means. Anyway, the moral of the story is no matter what human being you're talking about, and as much as we make jokes and horse around over here, to just viciously attack someone's name, right? And now if there's humor behind it, that's fine. Anything's is game with me. You could make fun and joke, and if people are trolling around and having fun with it, that's great. But if people are serious about what they're saying, which I'm starting to believe, because if you look at society right now, people are pretty fucking serious. It's a sensitive world. They see a human being, they think someone did something, they're just going to assume, like, look at the cops. Every cop is bad now, you know? I mean, it's crazy.
Here's the thing. And I understand what you're saying about not jumping to these conclusions and crucifying someone before you know the full story, and I'm with you 100% on that. But you have to understand, too, if you're willing to be open-minded that Conor McGregor is not guilty, then shouldn't you also be open-minded to what these people are thinking in the chat? Like, you're saying everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but every time someone states their opinion...
I never said he wasn't guilty.
Okay, no, I'm saying you're open-minded to the idea that he might not be guilty.
What I'm saying is this.
I'm not saying you're saying he's not guilty.
We can all make jokes on either side, and that's fine, right? But when it comes to the point where you just start saying something about a human being and firmly believing...
Right.
That's when it gets... crazy, because now you're influencing yourself, you're believing the craziness, and you're forcing your opinion on another human being. I'm not forcing an opinion. You can believe that Conor did whatever. I can believe that Conor did whatever. But to constantly push it out there on social media and blast it and say, hey, he's a rapist. He's a rapist. You know, how many times have you heard the guy's a rapist?
Over the last 2 years, countless.
Yeah, the rapist, McRapist, Mc this, Mc that, right? Who did he rape?
There were quite a few different
and what
allegations.
Was he convicted of anything?
Not that I'm aware. I know there was an ongoing investigation. I don't know what happened with it. Nobody ever really said what happened with it. It could still be ongoing for all we know.
Now, is he a terrorist? Yes. The guy does he do coke? Probably. I never seen him do it, but we had his buddy on the show. What was his name? Tom what?
Egan?
Tommy Egan. Yeah, we had him on. He was on the Tough Season with Conor, and he flat out said, he's like, Conor, he's probably a cokehead. You fucking lived with the guy. You know the guy, you know the man. So I heard from him, he probably does dabble in those things. So yeah, then I believe it. You hear from the horse's mouth here. But when you're talking to a knucklehead on social media and they're saying he's a fucking rapist with no evidence, don't you think that's a little harsh? Don't you think that yeah, I know, the fucking Giants. Maybe that's why I'm all fired up. Giants got smoked by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Anyway, let's get back to the donation. Sorry about that.
Super chat.
No physical evidence in my case. Would you defend me?
Yeah, Jerry, baby. Jerry Sandusky, completely innocent, Jess. Although there was evidence. Wasn't there evidence with Sandusky?
I don't know.
I think there was.
I'm not familiar with Jerry Sandusky.
You don't want to be familiar with Jerry Sandusky. You don't want to. You don't know what. How about Epstein? That son of a bitch.
But there was evidence.
There was evidence, but then people were running around saying Epstein didn't kill himself.
But that's irrelevant. That's completely unrelated.
But hear this out. This is a horrible human being. Like literally a straight up monster that was walking the earth. Epstein became a meme and a joke about him not killing himself. That's how fucked up of a world we live in.
Yeah, it is.
People are disregarding the fact that he raped kids. He had an island of kid raping. And they're like, Epstein didn't kill himself, huh? Hardy har har. Fucking nuts. This is a crazy world, man. It's crazy. Nuts.
People don't care about the people injured. They just care about the drama and the name.
Give me that stank breath.
Story.
It's the attention. Colby!
Give me that stank breath. Give me that stank breath. Oh, yeah.
Give me that stank breath.
Give me that stank breath. Give me that stank breath. Stank breath.
Colby, what up, Colby?
The victim was Francis Ngannou.
Oh, no!
Conor McGregor whipped out his proper cock to Ngannou to assert his dominance over the man who everyone thinks is the most dangerous man in the world. Dana is paying Conor to keep quiet about it.
There you go. Look at that. Shit, man. Maybe it was Francis. Francis Ngannou. Do you think that's what it was, Jess?
Yes.
Oh, man. Conor, was that it? Oh, shit. He said it was. Let's spread that. All right. Let's get more opinions over here. We got some more stories. We got to save the show. God damn it.
We have more donations, too.
Yeah, it went quick. Hold on a second. Let's play these donations out.
Shopping during a pandemic.
All of these negative occurrences correspond with your first moss hawk. You need to reconsider going the other way with a mullet.
You know what? Maybe it's the hair. Ever since the hair changed, Jesse. The fucking world fell apart.
You had your hair normal when the first Conor allegation came out. You didn't have the moss hawk. You didn't have the moss hawk till we moved to Arizona.
Yeah. Well, no. Negative occurrences meaning the world going to shit. Fuck Conor. What about the world?
The world went to shit.
Maybe my mohawk.
Before we left.
Maybe my mohawk started COVID.
COVID started before we left.
Oh,
Kiwi! Yeah. Oh shit, Kiwi coming in!
Come on, get loud, MMA holes in the crowd.
What's going on, Kiwi?
Come on, get loud, MMA holes in the crowd.
Got
MMA holes in the crowd.
Bounce!
MMA holes in the crowd. MMA holes in the crowd.
Yeah, I think it's my fault.
He did rape Cowboy.
Now that was a legit rape. We all saw that with our own eyes. Poor Cowboy. He'll never walk the same again. What do you think about that, Jess?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Fire. You know, I gotta love
Shopping during a pandemic.
anytime this guy's in the news, it sparks everything.
I crack jokes all the time, but why would he do it? Especially if he just pissed for his udder and is obviously focusing on getting back to the octagon. He could have set up on this one.
Yeah, and thank you, Mark. That's the thing. Everything points to someone just looking for a quick payday. It just doesn't. It just doesn't add up. And did you see the interrogation pictures? Like, not the interrogation, like the people, the cops talking to him in the street. You see a look on Conor's face, like, what is going on? You know?
Yeah.
I don't buy it.
Super chat.
Anything's possible, but this one seems a little weird.
McGregor and I have similar cases.
Oh,
both innocent.
Oh, shit, Jerry. And think about this. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you very much. Jerry Sandusky, big MMA hole. If you're going to target someone, you target someone with a checkered past because you have some leverage there. Mm-hmm. You're not going to go after Wonder Boy and say Wonder Boy showed his dick in front of me and my husband.
More people will believe the guy who's the most accused.
Yeah. Imagine they said it was Stephen Wonder Boy Thompson. I saw Wonder Boy's cock. I'm calling the police.
Shopping during a pandemic.
Breaking news, the truth is out. There was actually a small fire and Conor, without thinking twice, ran over screaming, whipped his dick to extinguish the flames with his golden stream. After the fire was out, the woman came out of the bathroom to see his hog out.
Now it makes sense, Jess. What do you think? Connor?
Yes, sir.
That sounds pretty accurate right there, Jess. See, Drunk Savage cracked the case. We got some more donations coming in. Thank you, everyone, for donating over here. The people need to be heard.
Shopping during a pandemic.
It's the mob mentality. People are bored as shit looking for the next hate train to jump on. People are really out here trying to cancel people without waiting for any evidence.
Vlad, you hit the fucking nail on the head. It's bigger than his dopey Conor story. Whether he did it or not, it's bigger than that. It's people jumping to conclusions. This fucking society is nauseating.
Well, I mean, like I said, people don't care about the people who are hurt in a situation. They just care about
boom, roasted.
The next big story,
roasted.
Right?
You suck. Boom, roasted.
Hold that thought. I want to hear that.
Did you guys hear about the incident that is going on in Arizona right now? U.S. Marines have Ram Ranch under siege and under lockdown.
Oh, fuck. That's terrible news.
What do you have the temperature on right now?
76.
Oh, my God. It's freezing in here.
Oh, I'm sweating my ass off. Wait, you going to finish your thought or no?
No, I gave my thought.
What?
I got to get pants.
Put the pants on, for God's sakes, before I whip my dick out, Connor style. Ram Ranch? Man, oh, man. All right, hold on a second. Where are we at with these donations?
Shopping during a pandemic.
Oh, man, you guys killed it tonight. Kainoto, what's up?
Moss, you are completely closed to the idea that your boy is a deviant. Asri aside, I know he may be innocent. Nah, fuck it. I can't stand the bum. Seriously, even I can be neutral. You can't, but that's a different story. Oh, he misunderstood about we the JBH.
There you go. Kainoto jumping in. Yeah, like I said, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Like, when it comes down to it, that's the beauty of being able to just speak your mind. You know, you're entitled to your thoughts and your beliefs. But when you start tearing someone down, not knowing the facts.
Shopping during a pandemic.
It gets a little cray-cray.
Here in the United States, we have a lot of people taking the simplest things for granted. All these protests with hate groups, or left-wing guys with paint guns. People are laughing.
Yeah, man. Let me ask the people outside. I mean, this is happening all over the world. But what is outside of the U.S.? Anyone, hit me with a 1 in the chat if you're outside of the United States. Let me know with an uno in the chat. And I want to hear from you guys and gals, as we have about 300 watching. Thank you for joining us. What do you think of the United States right now? Because, I mean, the American sports, the fucking, everything that's going on right now, the riots, the kneeling to the flag and all this stuff. What are your thoughts on the craziness that's happening right now? And I mean, and this happened in France. So, I mean, clearly it's happening all over the fucking place. But I'm curious of your thoughts. Let us know in the chat as we rattle through these donations.
It's kind of silly if you think about it, right?
Super chat.
It's worldwide, but
watch Cuties on Netflix. Jesse will do you all night.
That's pretty disgusting.
when V-Neck, that was the joke I made with V-Neck when he told me to watch The Social Dilemma. U.S. equals chaos. Jerry's on fire tonight. Sheethole. See, like, this is what people outside of the U.S. think of our country. And they're not wrong. It's a beautiful place to live. And this 2020 has been a monstrous year.
You know what I think it is, too, is it's kind of hard to mistake that the government is definitely changing since 10 years ago. There's a lot more control and a lot more that we don't know about. There's always been things that we don't know about, but there's a lot more now. And then you got the conspiracy theorists popping up, and everybody's all about, oh, I've got my right to do this and my right to do that. And then people get a little privileged and entitled, and then it's entitled versus entitled, and that doesn't really collide. It just turns into a big fucking clusterfuck. Yeah.
Now, if you're just jumping in, we're talking about the Conor McGregor situation, but we don't have enough evidence. So it's kind of tough. Like, we made jokes and this and that, but I don't know, like, really where to go with this. And we spun off into another conversation, a little more serious. In the chat right now, they're saying what they think about America. And I'm curious, the outsiders, what they think.
It's a bad look from outside looking in, but Melbourne, Victoria is under the world's worst lockdown at the moment, says Sean Hart. Silent Gamer says, I love the fake crowds, applause, cheering, fake hype in sporting events. When is the UFC going to start too?
I tell you, man. By the way, to piggyback off of that, this is why the UFC is fantastic, though. The UFC is not dragging any politics into the octagon. Now, Dana White is being pranced around like he's the president's wife. It's kind of fucking weird. And you know what? Fuck to save the show tonight. If you guys want to donate and support, I really appreciate it. We'll play all the donations. Fuck to save. We'll just keep going, man. Right? Let's just do that. Fuck this. It's just too much to talk about. Are you cool with that? I'm going to make an executive decision.
Thanks for talking to me about it, Moss.
You cool with it? Come on. Let's do this for the people, man. Let's do this for the people. If you want to donate, I appreciate all the help. But did you just leave me hanging? I guess you don't want to. Come on. Hold on. Let's leave it up to Jesse. Do you want to do not save the show? Hold on. I'm going to put on Jesse's face. And if you want to do save the show, you can do it. It's fine. But I feel like fucking, I don't know, man. The people are so generous right now. I got more donations to play. What do you think? She's on the button right now. Let's see. Let's go to Jesse's face.
I love how he puts me on the spot after he doesn't talk to me and makes decisions.
All right. Anyway, all right, fuck it. What do you want to do? Because I'll keep just going and let's just do a show.
I will have a conversation with you after the show.
Oh, that's the part where Jesse's like, I can't believe you fuck. So you better donate just for the hell of it tonight. Just throw some bangers in here so I don't look so bad.
I'm not mad. I'm just saying.
All right. I'll open up the phone lines too. Let's just go. Let's just do this. Okay. So, fuck, there was a whole train of thought going on. So, yeah, the UFC, what they're doing here is they're not doing any of this bullshit. Even Adesanya was saying that he's not going to do anything political here. He's going to fight. It's his job. He's going to go in there, do what he has to do with Costa, and take care of his personal beliefs outside of the UFC. That's how it should be in sports. The UFC is the way. That's why the UFC is the best. They're number one. And all these other sports, the NFL, MLB, NHL, NBA, they're all getting fucking shit on because people are kneeling on the flag and pushing their political beliefs out there during a sport where you have your social media, you have your own life where you could put this thing out there. The UFC's not doing that. And God damn it, thank God the UFC's not doing that. Thank God. There's one sport that's fucking holding it together. UFC worldwide tickles the whole world. They have fighters from all over the place. Everyone's just going there, getting a paycheck, doing their job. I love it. I fucking love it, man. Do you have anything to say off of that? Just kissing the UFC's ass a little bit here.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Shopping during a pandemic.
D-Rest, what do we got?
The Me Too movement swept the West and runs with the narrative, believe all women, like IU said Conor's checkered past make him a good target. And the rest of the Western world is copying the US.
Now, here's the thing, and I completely agree with you, D-Rest. I think the fact that Conor has dealt with these allegations so often in the past, and the fact that he has a lot of money, it is a pretty clear sign that people are going to be trying to capitalize off of any opportunity they get from him, including women with sexual assault allegations because of his past. At the same time, it is difficult for me to say that the woman is completely lying. I don't believe that this happened, the situation. But I have to give the benefit of the doubt because there are a lot of women who have been victims of sexual assault situations and nobody believed them and they never received justice for their case. So that's why these things are so touchy and so difficult to really have an opinion on, which is why I think nobody should have an opinion on it, honestly. I think people should fucking mind their own business and let the police take care of it.
Eddie Machete's screaming in the chat. He's yelling. He's saying, huh? You just said it was great to be able to have your own opinion and now suddenly you want fighters who win to not be real and act like they're in the 1930s Nazi Germany. What? What I am saying is this. You have the right to say whatever the fuck you want. Go on your social media. Athletes have the biggest stage in the world with their social media. When you go into your job, do your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, our job is to speak about everything. We're the MMA-Holes. If it dabbles with MMA and it trickles into the political bullshit, we got to talk about this. Conor McGregor's being accused of something, and we don't even have all the fucking facts. You know, we have no fucking idea. We're just believing everything that's going on here. It's crazy. Now, listen, he could have showed his dick. It's possible. But we need proof. These stories, they spread like wildfire. We don't know. We just assume, hey, someone has a checkered past, and we just assume that people are just wrong. You know, I like what the UFC is doing. I like how they handle their business. They were the first ones to get going with this pandemic. No one has died from the COVID. The UFC has done it right, and no one's kneeling on a flag. By the way, kneeling to the flag, enough. No more. Don't do that. Seriously. I know you have your right, but when you kneel on your right.
Maybe we shouldn't go there.
When you kneel on your right, you should leave. It's that simple. Go to another country where you don't, like, if I felt that I needed to kneel on a flag, if I felt that I needed to kneel on a flag, okay, then I would leave that country to go to a place where I don't have to feel like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? You want to fucking hear me? That's my fucking opinion right there. Deal with it. Back to the donations.
Super chat.
Jerry.
I grew a program for troubled youth. We showered a lot.
You know, Jerry Sandusky, you're something else. All right. Anyway, we're not doing Save the Show. Let's just get into the stories over here. Maybe we'll open up the phone lines.
I just want to clarify real quick because I just saw someone in the chat saying they aren't kneeling on a flag. You're right. There are some individuals, including those in the NFL or sports or whatever, that are kneeling, and they're not kneeling on a flag. They're just kneeling to represent their opinion on a
Why
situation.
during the national anthem?
But there are individuals who are kneeling on a flag, which I think is where Moss is trying to get at, because with everything crazy that's going on, there are some people who are disrespecting the flag, burning it, kneeling on it. It doesn't, So I just want to clear that up. I'm not making an opinion.
Vivek! Wait, I thought he was a member already. What's going on, Vivek?
He unmembered and then became a member again.
Okay, thank you, Vivek. Yeah, I don't listen. I know that's a political mess, but it's such a slap in the face to the people that serve for the country. And my father sent me something today. Just this veteran talking about it. I mean, why would you disrespect veterans? Like, think about that. She's got veterans in her family. I got veterans in my family.
All right.
I don't have the balls for that. Why would you do that? You're just a disgrace. It's plain and simple. Listen, I love freedom of speech, but there is a point where if you turn your back on your freedom, then you don't deserve your freedom. It's that simple. So fuck off. Anyway, all right, Jesse. Look at that. We're going for it. We're going for it tonight.
Wonderful.
All right. So we discussed the situation with Conor McGregor. And you know what? We'll open up the phone lines to talk about Conor. Let's just go through this card real quick that happened on Saturday. And then fuck it. Let's just open up the phone lines. Like I said, if you'd like to donate, drop a donation in the description. Feel free. All donations are welcome over here. Make it hefty, because I'm going to hear from this one that I did not do Save the Show. But I do feel that tonight is a night where we should just have a freedom of speech. Tonight's a night where we should be able to get our thoughts out and open up the phone lines. It might be a little edgy. You might not like it. You might not want to hear my opinion or anyone else's opinion on the fact, and you can tune out, tune back in on Wednesday. We'll leave this conversation. But tonight it might be a little edgy. All right. Here we go. Let's look at the card on the old tap. Let's scroll back. Okay, this weekend, by the way. We'll dabble more into this on Wednesday. Woo! This is fire, man. Absolute fire. Tyron Woodley versus Colby Covington. Cannot freaking wait. All right, what's going on here? Here we go. So this is the card that happened, UFC 10 in Vegas. And how about this Angela Hill versus Michelle Waterson? This fight was absolutely fantastic. Now, Jesse, were you surprised to see the magnificence of these two? I mean, very even fight, back and forth. What'd you think about this thing?
Yeah, I mean, this was obviously one of the better women's fights that we've seen in a long time. So I had no complaints about this fight. It was a freaking slugfest. These two put in 110% on both sides, and I was actually pretty happy with the decision.
Yeah, it was. Listen, we all knew it was gonna be a decision. Everyone in their mother thought this was gonna be a fucking decision. But here's the thing: it was a banging fight from beginning to end, back and forth. Karate Hottie coming back in the fight, and I just want to say this: Angela Hill, is she a champion? No, She's not. She's one of those fighters that's fun to root for. You know, she had a nice little run, even though she's been in 2 close decisions. She's been tough. She's been a good story, a nice story. But what does this say about Michelle Waterson? This says that she's not very good. You know? She's not very good. Angie's getting better, and Michelle is just not really that good. So that's why I get out of this.
Maybe Michelle's just falling out of her prime, you know?
I don't think she ever was in her prime, to be honest.
She's hitting that age where she's going to be slowing down. But listen, she did fucking phenomenal in the fight.
Great fight. Great fight. Just as a technical matchup between these two is fantastic to watch. Very evenly matched. And Angela Hill said that she wants to go back. She wants to start working on her grappling and this and that. But the Karate Hottie trying to make a push for a belt and rattle off a couple wins, that is not going to happen. It's not. I don't know what she can do. Maybe, I don't know. All the champs, all the top ladies out there, strawweights need to just fall off a cliff, and then she could jump in. But no, she's never going to be a champ, Michelle Waterson. So thank you for putting on a great fight. How about this Azaitar fight versus Worthy? Mm-hmm. I really wanted Worthy to win this fight. Knew there was going to be finish. Did not think it was going to go down the way it did as Azaitar smoked him. What do you think? Is he a player?
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people underestimated him, including myself. You know what it was? Is everyone was on the hype of Worthy. Kama Worthy's a good fighter. You know, he's a very promising fighter. So, and his confidence going into the fight was very high as well. So it was easy to jump on that Worthy train. All right,
we'll go to the next fight over here, and we have Roxanne Modafferi getting it done against the Nazi lover, Andrea Lee. What do you think about Roxy's performance?
Yeah, I mean,
she did a Roxy performance.
Yeah, what can you say?
That's it. Yeah, if you've seen Modafferi fight, it was that she pulled off a Modafferi and got the job done. We spoke about Ed Herman.
Shockingly, though, because I thought Lee was going to win that fight. I really thought that Modafferi was just going to get super chat.
Lee got the second round, but Modafferi took back over.
Donating so JBH doesn't yell at Mos after the show.
Yes.
Thanks for keeping it going, guys.
Thank you.
Shout out to the Asian Beaver Hunter 2 joins. Welcome back, bro.
I'm not going to yell at him.
She will.
I never implied that I'm going to yell at him after the show.
She'll beat me.
I just want to have a few words. That's it.
You know what that means, boys. So drop the donations in.
I'm not going to yell at him.
Hit me with a couple of pervert cameramans or something. I don't know.
I'm not in the mood to yell.
So, yeah, Ed Herman versus Mike Rodriguez. We spoke about this earlier. When we open up the phone lines, I'm sure that people are going to touch on this. Mike Rodriguez
during a pandemic.
He was robbed. Colby.
Ferguson versus Hooker is the fight to make. Dana said he wants Tony fighting on the card still. Obviously McGregor isn't fighting anytime soon, right? Feed him Dan Hooker. Be a hell of a fight.
So, Dana White said he's in the midst of working on something for Tony right now.
Yep, there was a story on Ferguson Hooker also.
You want to hit that?
I don't have it up. It was just no, it's not confirmed, nothing. It was just kind of something that was thrown in the air. There was nothing like around it. It was just kind of thrown in the air. Tony Ferguson versus Dan Hooker, because Ferguson saying I do have something that Ferguson saying that he is going to take Dustin Poirier.
Here we go, Mark! With the boobies, baby! Come on, Mark!
Hey, I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air, flapping like I just don't care. Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Choke my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman, beware. Pervert cameraman, show them tits. Pervert cameraman, $10 tip. Pervert cameraman, Ariani Celeste. Pervert cameraman, show them breasts.
Boobies. What up, Mark?
Are you really
Boobies
hot?
are always good to lift the spirits. I like to boobies. That Modafferi guy can kiss my ass.
Oh, Modafferi guy.
Chat.
Holy smokes.
Wonderful.
Jerry back.
Shout out to Cuties on Netflix. Got it on loop.
Is Jerry Harvey? Is the same Harvey? Is that you? If it is, welcome back. I look at it this way. I'm sweating. You can see my sweat glistening off me.
I put extra clothes on and you turn on the fan.
Put a fucking sweater on. I can't take many more layers off.
Yes,
I got
you can.
short
Go
shorts
shirtless.
on, and I got a shirt.
Go shirtless. You've been shirtless on the show before.
We have a big male audience, Jesse, and they would not like to see.
Why
my
do men
boobies.
run hot? Can someone answer that? If we have a big male audience,
But you could always put layers on.
Why do you guys
I can't
have
take
to have
skin off.
everything so like an ice box? Why does your house have to be an ice box? Why?
Anyway, thank you, Jerry Sandusky. All right, so getting back to this card over here. Yeah, Ed Herman gets a little help from the ref, and Mike Rodriguez takes the L in the third round. Bobby Green, fantastic fight. Alan Patrick, war. Corntillo, this guy over here, Billy, fucking beastly. Powerful beastly. Kyle Nelson made it a scrap. The right cross in the third round gets it done. Eubanks unanimously smacks up this broad over here, Julia Avelia. Eubanks looks strong, and powerful, and wonderful.
Wonderful.
Got Kevin Kroon with the guillotine choke, doing that shit in the first round. You got the submission arm triangle by Romanov. You got Jalen Turner, the rear naked choke. Look at all these finishes. And then you got these two fights where Barberena did a very nice job against Ivy, got the unanimous, and Mazzo got the rear naked choke in the third round against a Justine Kish who was winning the first two rounds. This card was fun. Really was a lot of fun. Were you not surprised?
Yeah, for a fight night, something we didn't have to pay for, and for a card that we thought was going to be crappy, this card was awesome.
Really good. And you know what? I got to stop. You know, I don't complain about these fights anymore, these fight nights. I'm like, nah. But this one, before it, I'm like, I'm going to break it. I'm going to break my rule. I complained, and what happened? It was fire. So no more complaining until the next card. But this weekend, there's not much to complain about. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to open up the phone lines. We got
Shopping
some more
during
stories.
a pandemic.
And we got Roberto Hernandez.
What's your opinion on veterans in the streets? And what's your opinion on Trump having super poor supporters with the hate rhetoric? I mean, you in Arizona and hates groups are there, they pay the Mexicans.
Veterans in the streets. It's fucked up, man. Why are there so many? And it's in New York too. It's all over New York as well. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how to handle that.
I do.
How?
The government is giving away so much money to all these people mooching and leeching because they're too lazy to go to work, and they're having 5 million children and using the kids to get a break on their taxes. Meanwhile, these people who are going across the seas to fight for your freedom to have the government money, and then they come home and the government doesn't take care of them. All they have is the VA, which barely gives them any benefits and hardly takes care of them there.
But
fuck that shit. Stop giving money to people who don't work and are too fucking lazy to get out of their house, and only give it to the people who actually need it, and start giving money to the veterans as well.
You're right. You are right.
It's not hard.
But at the same time, veterans out there, if you're watching this on your smartphone and you're homeless or whatever, go to the fucking VA. Go. Take what's yours, whatever they give you. I know people, I'm not going to say who I know, but I know people that are getting compensated by the VA. Trust me on this. If you go there and you let them know what is going on in your life due to what happened when you served, they will compensate. They will take care of you. It will happen. Now, some VAs are worse than others, you know, like any other place. But please, I urge you, because I do know people that will not use the VA. Just do it. You earned it. For God's sakes, you earned it. So just please do that. Or if you know someone in your family that refuses to take anything from the VA or whatever, just please. I know it's garbage. I know it's garbage. In some places are worse than others. But trust me on this. I don't want to get too far into it, but I do know that you can benefit from it. It's not paradise, but you can benefit from it. It's something. And they are legends. I agree. Anyone
I don't like
talking
about that shit. It makes me so angry.
It's sad. It's fucking sad, man. It's a sad world where people fucking try to. They're risking their lives for their country, and they're stuck on the street. And then you got knuckleheads kneeling for the flag. It's real smart. It's a great world we live in. It's fantastic. Everyone. It's great to be a part of this shit. Anyway, that's a positive. Thank you, Roberto. Appreciate the donation.
Wonderful.
Thank you, everyone, for being a wonderful supporter on this show, because honestly, you guys pay the bills. You guys keep the lights on. You keep the show going. So thank you to everyone who donated tonight. Let's play the phone call song. We'll take a quick break. I'm going to pee, maybe get some more water, throw an ice pack on my back, punch the wall. I don't know. We're going to talk about Conor McGregor. When we open the phone lines up, I want both sides. I want the good, the bad, the ugly. I want it all. If you want to talk about the fucking political shit that's on your mind, if you want to talk about the cards, I don't give a fuck. Tonight's your night. Let's do this for the people. Because you don't have a place to speak your mind. Here tonight on the MMA Holes, you will have a place to speak your mind. But make it quick. Thank you.
Hello, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
No way!
Drunk Savage. What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
I can't believe you're calling right now. Drunk Savage, what's on your mind?
Not much.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I have a respect for everybody in the chat.
MMA-Holes.
Vlad's one of them. Kevin's from Chicago. AMH, I mean the knitter.
I'm just enjoying this.
I can hear you.
Hi, this is Billy.
We have Sean Hart.
Hey there, what's up, man?
What's up, Pulse?
Oh, it's Justin Jr.
Fuck you, clone.
So Cannonier.
Gaia Lord.
RX.
Mark Rowe, Heavy Mike Rowe, D. Russ, Sean Man, Vigo, Big Bob, Basically Dragon White, Nick C, Vigo South, Country Dunk, Shannon Stewart, Rogelio, Ben Simmons, CC 2.0, Peter Phillies,
Jeremiah. Hey, Lee W. Michael Angelo. MMA-Holes. Man, what a wonderful, wonderful community.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, I feel it. I feel good. I feel sexy. I feel swole. Let's hit later slap this.
I like biting your shoulder.
I know. I had to go to the bathroom and wipe your face off my shoulder, too.
What?
Nah, that's all right. I still love you, Jesse. You're the best.
I spit on you.
Yeah.
All right. Call us at 516-522-0267. That is our number, 516-522-0267. I'm going to set up the phone lines right now, so we'll load you guys up. Yeah, I was watching the Trump situation where he was talking and you had Dana White in the crowd, and apparently they're good friends. You also have Joe Rogan, who Trump says he wants to be the moderator of this bonus debate with him and Biden. It's bizarre to see politics starting to intertwine with the UFC, not the actual events, but outside what's going on here. It's kind of crazy. If you're not a Trump fan, it's probably driving you nuts. I'm in the middle. I'm all over. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, to be honest. So it's not like I'm definitely not a Biden person, but I'm not a Republican. I'm just gonna say that. I float in the middle, but Biden scares the fuck out of me. I'm just gonna say that. Let's see. Let's go like this. But yeah, you know, you had Gaethje and you got Tony Ferguson. You had Ali Abdelaziz, which is maybe I'm weird. I am weird. We all know this. But Ali Abdelaziz, who is, you know, the rat terrorist guy, and Donald Trump saying how great of a guy he was, it kind of fucking threw me off. Did anyone in the chat, let me know with a one if you heard Donald Trump give a shout out to Ali Abdelaziz. It just felt fucking weird. And maybe he is a good guy. You know, I don't know him, but just weird because you hear, you know, the accusations and then you fucking hear Trump shout them out. And you're like, what? I thought that was a little odd, but maybe I'm getting sucked into the craziness, the fake news. Aiden heard it. Roberto heard it. Silent Gabriel didn't hear. Yeah, you had to like kind of really invest into that whole speech. The COVID-19 doesn't exist, or does it exist? Pep rally. So weird. I'm watching these pep rallies. Some people have masks on. The president don't have a mask on. Everyone's got masks on in the crowd. Some have it on their face. Some have it off. And then you have Dana White sitting there with the guys. No masks. It's like the COVID just bounces off of certain people, apparently. I think it's fake. But I don't even know. I don't even know what to think, to be honest. All right, here we go. 516-522-0267 is the number. Now, let's try to make it quick. You know, get to the points. And, you know, I want to take as many calls as we can. And hit the likes, guys. Listen, we're not doing save the show. Just hit the fucking likes. It's the least you could do. 832, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
What's up, man? It's Pulse.
Hey, Pulse, how you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
This is my second week getting in first.
Yeah, Pulse, man, you're getting the hang of this thing.
So, why is it that people rob banks?
Why is it that people rob banks? That's a good question. I haven't robbed a bank. Maybe because they need money. I don't know. Why do they do that?
That's why, because that's where the money's at.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So it's like part of the First Amendment says that we have freedom to protest. Even if you don't agree with what everybody protests, they still have the right to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever people kneel, it's not a disrespect to any soldiers. They're trying to affect change, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to do it in a peaceful way, which is their right to do.
Okay. Now, here's my problem. You can protest. I have no problem with that. Yeah, I don't think you should light up a business on fire. I think that's kind of stupid, or attack other people.
Well, that's different. That's called rioting. That's not protesting.
Exactly. And we're on the same page as that. But why, when you choose to kneel, why do it during the national anthem? Like, I understand you have the right to do that, but what does that prove?
Well, like I said, people rob banks for one reason, because that's where the money's at. They kneel during that time because they know that's when it'll get people's eyes. If you want people to stop kneeling, you know, if change happens, they'll stop kneeling. That's when they do it. You know, it's the opportune time to get eyes on their cause. You know.
Now there is a coin flip, you know, in football. There are times, like in basketball too, where they'll meet in the middle. You know, in hockey, they shake hands before, you know, a game, the captains and stuff like that. Why not do it at a time? And all the eyes are on them. You know, and how many times is this? I mean, there's some sports that don't even show the national anthem in the kneeling. You know, like, why kneel against something like now? If you're kneeling because you want the attention for your cause, I understand that. But kneeling while we are paying tribute to a country that gives you the freedom to kneel, it seems like counterproductive. No.
Go to bed, Jose Rodriguez. Go to bed. Yeah, I mean, no. Again, there's apples and there's oranges. What they're doing is in no way to try to disrespect any soldiers. At least I'm speaking for the players. If fans in the stands do it, you know, they can do it for whatever. But what they're doing is they know that the eyes are on them, and now since it's become a hot topic, it seems like the league is definitely, you know what I'm saying, going to put the cameras on them at this point. So it's like, yeah, that's why they're doing it. Whether or not you agree with what their purpose is, they have the right to do so. So it's like, when you say somebody can't kneel, it's like you're taking away, you know, like, some people don't believe in guns, but it's like your Second Amendment says you have the right to defend your home with lethal force.
Yes.
So whether or not you believe in guns, go ahead.
It's unfortunately, because our system, as beautiful as it is, this year has proven that it's incredibly flawed, you know, because what's happening is we are abusing our freedoms, and that's what human beings do. We abuse anything that we have, we take advantage of and destroy. That's basically, we're just bred to do that. I don't know why. We self-destruct. And what's happening now is we're taking these privileges that we have, and we're taking it so far that we're saying, well, I got freedom of speech. I could do this. I could say that, you know, but it comes across as very abusive. Now, if they're kneeling to the flag because they do not like Donald Trump, which probably, that's what I'm thinking it is. I'm thinking they're just not, they're so anti-Trump.
No, they're doing it for the movement because it's...
See, then it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me. Because you have to realize you're kneeling because you're not trying to insult the veterans, but you are. These people in war, you know, like, you are.
Yeah, but I've even seen war veterans, Army veterans, and some of them who actually fought in wars. Some of them kneel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you certainly couldn't tell somebody who actually was active. You know what I'm saying?
If anyone has the right to kneel, it should be a veteran, right? They should have the right to. They should have the right to kneel. Listen, I have a lot of respect for veterans. I really do. My father was he served. I have uncles. Jesse's family, her whole family is veterans. I don't have the balls to do it.
Mine too.
Yeah, so I mean, listen, I don't have the balls. I am a big pussy, and if I ever got drafted for something, I would be the first to die. It'd be Operation Kill Moss. Like, I'd be done. You know, I'd be quivering in the corner like a big pussy. So, like, I have a lot of respect for these young women, men and women that go out there and risk their lives, you know, for whatever country you fight for. I have a lot of respect. And it's just, I understand freedom of speech, and I'm with you. I would hate to take away freedom of speech, but why couldn't everyone just like kneel and get it over with, and then that's it? But it's going on forever now, and it's constantly going, and it's just an attention grab, in my opinion. It's just everyone's looking for that big stage to make a statement. And listen, that's not how you're going to do it. You go out into the public and become be someone that people look up to. Be someone go out into the community, like what John Jones does. Go out and help the community and be a role model. Wouldn't that be more powerful?
Sure. No, absolutely. Aside from protesting and marching, there should be action taken for sure. Mm-hmm. And I understand what you're saying. Like, as far as the NBA, they're actually putting subliminal messaging on the back of the jerseys instead of the names and all this. That might be a little excessive. Like when what's his name, Charles Barkley and those guys just walked off a set. That's a little excessive. I understand that. Mm-hmm. But as far as the kneeling, what it originally meant was strictly a protest of what is happening in terms of police brutality. That's all there was. So if it became anti-Trump, well, that's something different. That's not what I'm talking about. That's like a political matter. And I think that's what the problem is, though. You start a podcast and do it that way.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, though. I think people are being confused of why they're kneeling. You know, like I honestly believe, because a lot of us follow. You know, a lot of us see people are kneeling for a good cause. And listen, it is a good cause. I understand why everyone's kneeling. I get it. I feel that there needs to be something done, especially with how they train the police. I feel that there are a lot of corrupt cops out there. I'm with you. But at the same time, there's a way to handle situations, especially when you have that big stage. There are intelligent ways of going about it without having to insult the people that gave you the right to kneel. It's bizarre to me.
No, we're agreed on that. I'm not at all for disrespecting any of the troops, especially the ones that served in war. And I was about to be through, but just because of Kevin's dumbass, I'm going to talk just a little bit longer. I just want to ask you, as far as the fights go, okay, if you're mad about what happened to Mike Rodriguez, you should be mad at the referee. You should be mad at Murgliata. You shouldn't really be mad at Herman, because Herman just did what he had to do.
Yeah, it wasn't Murgliata.
You can't call a timeout.
Yeah, no, listen, in hindsight, at the time, yeah, I was like, this guy's being a fucking punk. But yeah, you're right. The ref was wrong. There's no way around it. More I watch it back, the ref is completely wrong. You're 100% right.
Yeah, because once he came back in that fight, third round is a brand new round, regardless of what happened in the second. He came back and finished this guy. That's a huge win. Herman has won 3 straight. He's 39 years old. He's making a run.
All right, this is Jesse's conversation.
Here's the thing, Pulse, and this is where it's kind of tricky because, yes, theoretically, once the ref calls something, like if it's a nut shot or an illegal blow or whatever, the moment the ref calls it, yes, it has to be played out for that 5 minutes or whatever. But had the ref not called that out, the fight would have been finished in that round, and Ed Herman wouldn't have had the opportunity to recover and then come back and finish Mike Rodriguez.
That's a little presumption. How do we know the fight was going to be finished?
That fight was 100% finished. The guy healed over.
The fight was done. I mean, that fight was over.
Herman can take an ass whipping. Shorefuse can take an ass whipping.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if the ref doesn't let him walk around, come on, Pulse. Did they score that round of 10-8? Was it that bad? It should have been. I didn't see the cards, but if that wasn't a 10-8, I mean, he almost. And then when they restarted the fight, Rodriguez was pummeling. He was punishing him again. Like they could have stopped it even after that. Like right before the bell. Even Dana White said that they could have stopped it again. Dude, he was done. I mean, it's not even a question.
Yeah. Well, I'm really, because I've been a fan of Herman's for years. For a number of years, ever since he was on that show. And so it's like, I'm glad to see he's on this run right here, you know? And it's like, I get people are upset, but be upset at Murgliata. Don't be upset at Herman. He did what he had to do.
Murgliata didn't call that fight.
It wasn't Dan. He's fucked up.
Who was it?
Was some
that old guy that
Yeah, I never. That's some like shorter.
The guy that's always there and nobody knows his name.
Yeah, I don't know the dude's name.
Was it the guy with the the guy with the mustache? It's like the long ass mustache.
No, it wasn't him. No, it wasn't him. It wasn't that guy.
No, it was a bald dude.
Yeah, it was some like smaller bald guy. Another bald guy. Not all bald guys are Mergliata. But thank you, Pulse. Appreciate the call.
All right, before I go, well, Cowboys lost, so I can't really talk shit. But we're both the division's still up for grabs. There you go.
Yeah, thank you. He's a Cowboys fan. My fucking Giants suck. Listen, even with all the crazy stuff with the kneeling, I'm still gonna watch my Giants. I'm still gonna. I don't even know if they kneel tonight. I didn't see, but I know with the other teams they were doing it, and it's just stupid. But I'm not gonna I have friends that are just straight up protesting and not. I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm just gonna state my opinion and move on. I'm not gonna be a fucking spoiled
Let's
brat.
not make all the calls tonight political. Can we talk about MMA a little bit?
Let's And if you're gonna talk about controversial shit, give me your thoughts on Conor, that whole situation. Whatever you believe, whether he did it or didn't do it. Did he show his dick? Did he not show his dick? Let us know what you think about that. The reason why it spiraled into this political stuff is, just run the tape back, and you'll see me go on my little tantrum. Jess.
Shopping during a pandemic.
Drunk savage. Sorry about the wait, guys.
Men run hot because back during the Ice Age men were out hunting while the women were back in the cave next to the fire. Why are women always cold and have to turn the shower up to damn near boiling levels? Thank you, vets, for your sacrifices.
That's pretty funny. I do actually turn the water up to an excruciating level.
Yeah, burn your skin off.
It's just more comfortable.
Tom Brady looked great too, right? I don't know if there's any football fans. We should do subscribe to Not the MMA Holes. We'll get into the whole football thing. All right, we got another donation coming in over here, Jesse.
Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is it?
It's a party! It's a fucking party, Roberto! COVINGTON!
Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is it? Hey, I want to ask you guys, what time is it?
There's the Hearns.
Donald Trump is good for small businesses. Making people buy locally, not importing cheap and selling in the America's market. My problem is with the hate groups. Everyone knows who's more dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Listen, when it comes to business, the economy's, everything's bouncing back right now. It's crazy. I don't know. Listen, I don't want to really get too much. And thank you, Roberto. But it does help. He does help with that. He knows he might make mistakes in other ways, but he is good for business. All right, 516-522-0267. Give us a call. Even if you never called before, we'd love to speak to you. Got some hot takes tonight. We're really going for it on the MMA-Holes Hour Monday night. I'm having fun with this. I like being a little edgy here, Jess. Quick update, Jess. Did Conor do it, yes or no?
No opinion until I see further proof.
Okay. So Jesse's saying innocent until proven guilty. Or no? You have no opinion. So
no opinion.
No opinion until proven guilty. Is that what you're saying?
No opinion until proven right or wrong.
And quick, the story is he was out and about, family on the yacht. A woman claimed that he showed his pee-pee in front of her husband. Right? That's pretty much in a nutshell. Right, Conor?
Yes,
all right. 516-522-0267. Joe Rogan was, mentioned to do a debate, be the moderator for a possible debate. Do you have a story on that, or?
I think so. Yes.
You do have a story on that. All right. Let's see what goes on with the phone lines over here, as they're probably jammed up. Let's see what's up with the chat.
The economy is not affected by the president.
What? All right. Here we go. 250. You're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Chris and Jesse, how are you guys doing, man?
Wonderful.
It's two joints calling.
Oh, two joints.
Where have you been?
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. I got lucky. It was only a month. I had to kind of be in a tent and away from the internet and a few other little necessities. But yeah, it's I'm super glad to be back. How are you guys been doing? Wonderful, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful.
Always wonderful.
That's awesome, man. You know what? I tried a few different areas around where my campsite was to get some reception, and fuck, I just it just didn't work out right. So I wish I could have gotten through to you guys a little earlier, but yeah, I guess there's some decent fights going on and stuff, but I just think you're totally right about a lot of things, Moss. Like, what the fuck is the world actually coming to? Like, I'm in Canada and we're getting smoke from like where Flat Earth is and Annie, and it's literally just, you can't even see the fucking mountains or anything up there, and we're thousands of miles away. Like, it's just unbelievable, and just the way that people act, and you know, there isn't much rioting and stuff like that in Canada. I mean, there's a couple of spots where people get a little pissed off and everything, but it's just not to that level where you guys are at in the States, and I'm totally with you guys. I'm just not the biggest political person, but I just want everybody to fucking try and get along, man, because you know, life's hard enough as it is. Like, even if there wasn't COVID today, we'd still all have these fucking issues that we have to deal with. But,
yeah.
I mean, now just with COVID and this other stuff, it's just, I'm sorry, I don't mean to rant or whatever, but I mean, it's just my fucking opinion. And, you know, like, I feel so bad because everything's so laid back here. Like, our COVID numbers are going through the roof, but as far as all these extra things, like as far as the rioting and shit like that just doesn't happen, man. Like,
that's good.
Unbelievable.
You're in the right place, man. Yeah, now it's. Yeah. I think a lot of people are fucking going nuts because of this coronavirus, and they lost their shit. And you do have an election. Yeah. It's the perfect storm. It's like everything is lining up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is, Moss, like there's in Canada they have this thing called the CERB, and it's kind of like the unemployment insurance for people that lost their jobs and stuff. And in the States, it's called the stimulus checks and shit. But when does all this money stop flowing? And if people aren't working, like how much desperate is that going to make people? Like it's just a scary situation, man.
Yeah.
I just think we should all just fucking grow a bunch of weed and take care of the people we love and just not worry about too much, man. I mean, you know, the Rangers suck and my Canucks got knocked out fucking Game 7 by Vegas. But what do you do, right? So.
Oh man, did they get knocked out Game 7?
Yeah, Vegas beat them out in Game 7, 3-0. They were down 3-1 in the series, and they came back and tied it up. And
wow,
fucking Vegas, they got a good team though. So
I fell off.
I'm sorry.
I fell off. Did the Islanders, are they still in it or no?
Yeah, I think they were getting spanked by Tampa in the first couple games, but I think they got their shit together for one or two. But
I gotta keep track.
Yeah, I just really hope you and JBH are doing awesome, and a big shout out to all my chatters and stuff. I miss you fucking retards for the whole month I was gone, and you know, personalities and even just interactions. Like when you don't have just those basics, man, you feel it. Like I didn't have basically any hot water for a few weeks, and just kind of like it was fucking Chris. I'm not even joking. It wasn't Baywatch. It was Bear Watch for the last few weeks, man. Like I'd seen a couple of big piles, and it looked like fucking Bill Cosby's Jello pudding. And it's just these bears, like they eat on all these fruit trees, and there's a river, so there's fish and there's fruit, and it's like, well, you know, it's just been a wild summer, but I'm just really glad to be back, and I think I'm gonna clear the airwaves for the next fucking OG to talk to you guys. So.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, listen, 2 Joints. I'm glad you're back, and wonderful.
Wonderful.
All the best. You guys keep safe. All right. Take care, you guys. Bye.
Okay. That's 2 Joints from Canada, Jesse. Canada. He's back. You excited?
Very.
So we're talking about a lot tonight. You know, Conor McGregor getting into the news once again. Hot water. This guy is, you know, every time you turn around, it's something new. And this time they're saying he exposed his pee-pee. His pee-pee, for God's sakes, was exposed to a woman that is married. The evidence is weird. I don't know how I'm feeling about all this stuff. I'm kind of on the fence. And what happened was it spiraled into this whole situation of what's going on in the world and being misinformed in certain situations. Now, he could have done it. It's very possible he could have done that. But we don't have enough evidence to go through with this. You haven't had jury duty, right? Knock on wood. I've had it. And, you know, you need enough evidence in order to convict something of some, you know, whatever. And I don't have it. It's just not in front of me right now, so I can't go crazy about that. And the problem now is everyone doesn't need evidence. They just, well, this is my opinion, and that's what's going on. 516-522-0267. Call us up. We'll talk about the fights that happened. Maybe you want to talk about the upcoming fights. Colby Covington versus Tyron Woodley. A lot of political talk going on. If you don't like it, it's fine. You can leave a dislike and leave. If you like it, or if you're having some fun tonight, enjoying our company, hit the like button, for God's sakes. Please. We want to do our thumb dance at 150, right?
Hit the like button.
Yeah, all right. It's probably going to be a little jammed up the phone line, so keep on calling back, and we'll try to. Hopefully, we can get to as many calls as possible tonight. This is for the people, right?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's go into the chat, see what's going on while we wait for the phones to untangle.
Let's see. Hashtag Me Too says Shepdog. Jammed Up. 2020 is the year where people just believe what they want to. When are you two going to get a pet?
Jesse's my pet, and I'm Jesse's pet.
Hit the fucking like-o.
Yeah, hit the fucking like button, for
Flat
God's
Earth
sake.
Deacon with the thumbs up. Silent Gamer says, you guys rock. Infinite Conscious pets stink except for fish. JG.
Although, we do have pets. We have hummingbirds in the back, and they are the best pets to have. You fill it up with the
one
nectar.
ran his little head into the window today.
Yeah, one tried to commit suicide. The best. They take care of themselves.
843, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's name was on your mind?
150 thumbs in the air like you don't care.
Marker?
That would be me.
Oh, man.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Is this Bill? Is Bill calling?
Bill Clinton.
I can honestly say that I did not whip out my proper 12. That would have been another fellow that's being accused of that allegation at this time. Keep in mind, it is alleged.
Yeah, you're the perfect person to be calling tonight. I mean, poor Conor McGregor, Bill.
My dick was a balloon. I mean, come on.
My foot was a balloon.
So what are your thoughts on that?
For Conor, you know, that's what's good about the MMA holes. We cover a gambit of subjects on this show, and that's why I'm proud to be an MMA hole.
Yeah,
it's just wonderful. It's wonderful, wonderful.
It sure is, man.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Well, we got a good like mix of people here with crazy different opinions, and that's what's great. We're not all on the same page. We're all yelling at each other and shit, but this is at least we have a platform to be able to just get something off our chest, you know?
What cracks me up is how JBH just goes slap the fluke off on somebody on the chat, and I expect for them to just bail out and leave forever, but some of them have some thick skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like yes.
What are you cramming down your face? Every time we get on here, it's either food or something. But
un burrito.
Yeah, I had the luxury of eating before, and poor Jessie did not eat before we went live. She was going to eat afterwards. So when I decided to extend the show, she's like, "Fuck, I got to eat." So that's what she's
now
doing.
I'm eating on air.
I should have picked a little fart on Jessie there on that one. That would have been appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just...
No, but like I donoted earlier, Conor's over there. He's on the yacht doing his thing like JBH was talking about. And then, you know, USADA comes over, they test him. You know, he's got his little media post with his pics where he's working out, running and whatnot. He's got, got the protective service from the IRA behind him and all. And I don't know. I just think it might be somebody trying to screw him up as he's getting ready to come back and start smashing some heads in.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, man. It's weird timing that, he made that post about the whole, being tested, and then the next thing you know, you get slapped over the head with this crazy story. It just doesn't make sense. Unless maybe he did it and he was wrecked and he was having a grand old time. He's like, I'm just fooking around, blah, 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 and fuck, they caught me. I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. I'm not buying it.
What's he doing sitting on the back of the yacht? Hey, honey, I think I'm going to go down there and take a few cases of Proper 12 down there and celebrate. And just took the piss test. Let's go party.
Yeah. I passed an I-pass party. Yeah, I guess that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Well,
but I don't know. Whipping out the old cat is not something you'd expect them to do right about this time.
Yeah, the timing doesn't add up.
Possible. No, it doesn't. It does not. What was I going to talk about? Let's go back to real quick. I'm gonna keep it kind of short on this one. I did post, and everybody knows I'm a retired state trooper, but I was also in a war myself over in a sandbox a while back. Mm-hmm. I got a plate in my head, And I've been in a couple of scuffs myself with the. I'm not 78 years old now, but anyway.
Wait, so hold that thought.
78 years old.
You're a former state trooper, so Jesus Christ. So right off the bat, you are a tough son of a bitch. I've been pulled over by many state troopers, and I was very scared. How long were you doing that for?
I'm retired. I actually I got ran over, got shot, and they kind of I had to retire a couple of years early.
Oh my God! Shit. And that's why you got the plate in your head.
No, I got the plate in the head from Iraq, but I didn't even kill the guy. I tased him and because I couldn't get out from under the car. He'd run over one of my legs and broke my ankle and knee, and he came around to try to shoot me. So I tased his ass because I was thinking, damn, it's a lot of paperwork if I kill your fucking ass. I just might as well tase you. So I just tased the fuck out of him and let him watch him flop around like a fish. Mm-hmm. And until my backup finally got there, I was able to call the backup. But
Jesus.
That's just one of the many, many stories of Evil Bill.
I'm sure. So, So I'm love to hear your take on this whole thing.
I've been into it. I'm over here in South Carolina because I know you guys are asking about that when I almost won goat milk the other night. But I've been to quite a few NASCAR races because I'm only just a few miles from Charlotte. So I've been to quite a few. Mm-hmm. I actually used to work security over there, but we had people that were disrespecting the flag there, and I was a civilian at that time, and I got into a heated altercation with them, and it ended up getting kind of nasty, and I kind of educated them on what the flag means and what it's all about, and we came to a very good understanding after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can't speak on it like someone like you could speak on it. So, I mean, I hope I am doing it justice. I mean, I find it incredibly disrespectful because if I was in your shoes, I couldn't imagine how I would feel, you know? So, like, I don't know.
You're doing it complete justice. You know, as far as kneeling at a sports event and these athletes and all, yes, they are entitled to their freedom of speech, but a lot of my fellow soldiers and friends, family members, all alike, they don't consider that speech. They it's considered expression. If you want to speak out about a problem you have, then use that celebrity to go into the community or wherever the occurrence happened and do something about it that way, rather than just trying to do like just grandstanding, mm-hmm. just to try to boost their celebrity even more sometimes.
You know, you make
more
a good
times
point.
than not.
Sorry, you make a good point though. Like, that isn't speech. He's right. That is an action.
It is. If you want to speak, use the damn use this wondrous social media that you have, because they're all very active, as you said earlier. Yeah. And
it's crazy.
Use the social media to speak. If you want to get on TV to get your point across, go to the community where this happened. Now, as I said, I'm a retired law enforcement officer, and I dealt with some POSs that were law enforcement officers.
Yeah.
And that goes with all walks of life. You've got doctors that screw up and kill people on the table because they shouldn't have been a doctor, but somehow they made it through that, and they ended up, destroying people's lives by botched up surgeries and whatnot.
Yeah.
No system is perfect, and that goes with anything that we have in any type of
shopping during a pandemic.
Well, hold that thought. We got regular guy.
All for protests, but part of the goal of protesting is to gain followers. Causing further divide is not an intelligent protest. Even if it's not meant as disrespect to the flag or the troops, these folks are tone deaf to the fact that people are offended.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean,
we shouldn't be talking about
everyone's
this.
offended now, though. Everyone's offended, and
Here's
I guess
the thing, and fuck, man, like, I do not want to take sides in this. I'm going to stay completely neutral because everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Whether you agree or disagree with what's going on, it's going on. At the end of the day, it's happening. I think to say, though, that People are tone deaf to the fact that people are offended by these protests and by. You have to understand the reason they're protesting is because they're offended by what's going on.
But
they're
why create the divide?
But
that's
listen,
a good point, though.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying it's really unfair to push the feelings on one end and ignore the idea that these other human beings don't have the same feelings on their end.
They are allowed to speak freely however they'd like.
I'm not arguing and I'm not taking a side. I'm just saying I don't know if that donation really hits the spot.
The key part of that donation is the divide. That's the key part. We should bring people together and educate people. By kneeling against your country, you're not educating people. You're just trying to get attention for something. Educate the human beings that you feel are doing something wrong. That's what you need to do. Kneeling and making
Don't talk
statement.
at me about it. I don't want to talk about it.
This is number one bullshit.
I'm just saying we have to think about both sides here.
There's an intelligent way to do everything. And I'm very intelligent, Mark.
Yes, you are the mystical one.
It's true.
But you do have an intelligent one that is sitting beside you in the form of a J, a B, an H.
Yeah, maybe.
He doesn't think so.
She's sort of intelligent. She's with me. She can't be that intelligent.
Oh, man.
Right? I mean, Jesus.
Well, let me hang up. Otherwise, I'll just keep running my flap. It's time for some other hoes to get on here and run yours.
All right, Mark.
And if you folks don't hit the like button, I'm going to come find you and punch you in the throat.
That's right. You get him. Thank you,
All
Mark.
right.
It's Marker. By the way, hit the like button. Now, here's the deal. You don't have to agree with what we're saying. These are our opinions. That was Mark's opinion. Jesse has her opinion as well. Like, everyone has their opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion. Pulse called in, made some good points as well. It's not about us trying to tell you what to do and not do. You do have the right to do these things. What I'm trying to get to here, and the last donation says it perfectly, I don't want the divide anymore. I don't want it. I don't want racism just like everyone else doesn't want it. I don't want these people dying. I don't want anything. I don't want the insult to the poor people that serve for this country. There are ways to take care of all this stuff. Do not be fooled by social media and what's going on out there, any sort of media. And do not be persuaded by political agendas. Please, please, speak your opinion. Be proud of your opinion. Back your opinion. That's fine. We'll disagree, and I still love all of you. Even if we severely disagree on something, I love each and every one of you for hanging out. Even the 6 dislikes, I love you motherfuckers too.
No, he doesn't. He hates you.
I love, honestly, I just appreciate that you guys take time out of your day to hang out with us. So you're entitled to your opinion. It's fine. We'll argue. We'll move on. But please just try before, like, when this stream is done, stop trying to divide. Stop it. It's crazy, and that's what the kneeling to the flag is doing, man. It's not the right way. God, I should be a fucking pope. 5165 Pope Moss. What do you think, Jess?
I don't think he would make a very
big
good
hat. Like, I am Pope Moss, and I am Pope Moss. No, you don't like Pope Moss? I need a fucking big ass, like, round ass. What is that thing that the Pope Mobile? I need the Moss Mobile. That's what I fucking need. For God's sakes. It's just ridiculous. 516-522-0267. We'll finish up with some stories, but let's hear the people. Let's this is your night, friends.
All right. Drunk Savage needs to shut Pope Moss up, says Conrad. Fook says Drunk Savage. Walty Walnut says Obama is a space traveler. Look into it. Moss Sean Hart wants to call in, says Mike H. Shep Dog says I was getting up. Rick DeSarle says if you don't like the USA, okay.
Well, it's the truth. I mean, listen, it might be a harsh opinion, but it's the fucking truth. Why do people stay in a country that they fucking can't stand? Doesn't make any sense.
I'm not going to go there.
It doesn't make sense. Go where they'll lop your head off. It sounds like a great time over there. The poor guy, the wrestler. Go over there.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Shopping door pandemic. Hey, Drunk, we got a donation. Yep. Pulse.
I feel like Van Shipman is the real live Frank Dukes. Did he fight in the Kumite, eh? He probably killed 50 Nazis with his M16. Also, for those that don't know, there's a third verse in the Star Spangled Banner that celebrates slavery. Look it up.
Maybe there is. I wouldn't be surprised. Nothing would surprise me these days. Thank you, Pulse. Drunk, what's up, man?
Not much. Oh, well. Once again, Conor McGregor's fucking in the news for fucking sex shit.
Sex shit.
He's a sexual deviant, this Conor.
Yeah, I think maybe the chick was fucking probably saying he's got a small cock and shit. Like, bitch, you want to see it? You want to see it? You want to see his big Irish hog? Whipped it out.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe, yeah. Maybe he was questioned by his massiveness, and he decided to display it.
Fuck, dude. But who knows with him? He probably did it, dude. Fucking fueled by cocaine and fucking Proper 12. Fucking bullshit ass whiskey.
Shopping door. That's like a damn regular guy coming in.
The point is to create a protest that unites people and changes minds and hearts. You don't do it by pissing off people. Kneeling, for example, upsets people to the point that the kneeling becomes the focus and the cause is forgotten. Wake up, people.
It's pretty fucking dead on, spot on that donation, but listen, that's just my opinion. Drunk.
You know, the whole fucking kneeling thing, I don't get why it pisses people off. I mean, seriously, to me, kneeling has always been a sign of submission or respect. So, I don't get that one.
So you think it's actually backfiring? They're respecting the flag?
Yeah, they're showing submission to it.
They should bend over backwards and spread their cheeks when the national anthem plays.
There you go.
Wonderful.
Like, then I'd be on board. If they just bent over and just show their brown eye, just fucking pull the starfish out. Right, Jess?
I'm just here tonight.
Bend over and lift your sack.
Ah, yes. Or just do the Conor, just whip your dick out. You know? Do something else. I don't know.
There would be something.
Yeah. So you think Conor did it, huh?
What's that?
So you're on the board with Conor doing he is guilty.
Most likely. I mean, like you said, you know, we don't have any proof yet, so innocent until proven guilty, but I don't know. He seems like the type.
Listen, he doesn't have much. He doesn't have a leg to stand on when it comes to his accusations and what he has been guilty of. I mean, he's done some real stupid shit. There's no doubt. It's just weird because like all this sexual stuff kind of like fell away. Now maybe it's because he's got money and good lawyers. It's possible, you know. It's very, very possible. But it's just bizarre how all that stuff just comes and goes. You know, no pun intended.
Oh, he paid that bitch off.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Jess?
No comments until he's proven otherwise.
Yeah, I will fucking get swept under the rug. Dana's already on that shit.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird, man. I've had friends like, you know, not this severity, but I've had people in situations where they did do something wrong and they deserve to be punished. And then I had people that were falsely accused of weird shit. And, you know, seeing people go through stuff like that, it's fucked up, you know? And on this level, how do you feel bad for Conor McGregor? He's got a fucking yacht. He trots it around. You know, I think that's another reason why people can't stand the dude. Like Jesse said, envy. But, I mean, when you hear anything negative about a guy that has everything, you don't have much sympathy, right?
Yeah, not really.
Yeah. That's why, good thing I'll never be rich. You know, Jesse? I'll never be rich, so I won't have to worry. I'll just do stupid things, and people will be like, well, he's a poor idiot. It's the way to go.
Nah, you all fucking hit it big, get rich, and Moscow whip his cock out to fucking Big Ebony Hunting Bones or some shit.
Man, if it ever gets to that where I get a yacht and I have 2 lovely children, I'm going to show my dick to the first married woman I find.
And then you're going to come back to an empty yacht.
But I still got the yacht, baby! Put out my 12. All right. Anyway. All right, John.
What's his name? Michael Chandler's name's been thrown out there to fight Ferguson. What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's what people have been throwing. Like, I'd rather Chandler than Dan Hooker. I'd rather that fight. I don't know if it's fair for Chandler though. I don't know if it's really fair to be like, oh hey, welcome to the UFC. Here's Tony Ferguson. Like, I feel like that's kind of. I mean, it's a quick pass to the title, but I don't know if that's a good initiation fight.
Oh shit! Fucking Askren got Robbie Lawler. Fucking Alvarez got Cowboy. So I mean, come on, prove your fucking worth. If you want a title shot.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Well, then again, it could be a downclining Tony. You know, I mean, it could very well be a Tony that's not at his.
It's not El Kakui anymore, and it never will be ever again.
So you're saying
no? Stop with that fucking bullshit. Come on, it's cagey. I mean, he's not a fucking bad fighter, and Tony almost fucking beat him with that fucking uppercut. What, in like the second round? And the fucking bell rang.
I hate to break
it to you,
I think
Tony
Drunk.
will be fucking back. I think it had a lot to do with that 2 weight cuts in this month.
Sorry, Drunk. I hate to hurt your heart here, but El Kakui is gone.
That's terrible, Jesse.
Nah, you'll see.
Jesse's not. She thinks that Kakui is his best days are behind him. I really would like to see that Poirier fight, though. I wish they could put that together. That's at the top of my list.
Yeah, Tony Ferguson's the fucking type of guy to become his fucking opponent's manager to try to give him a better deal.
Yeah, you saw that? Where he's going out there and saying, hey, pay the man? Yeah. Anyone that says that any other fighter is afraid to fight Tony Ferguson, no. If you're going to fight him, you got to get paid, man. You're going in there to get carved up by a lunatic.
Good for fucking Poirier, though, not sticking to his guns, trying to get a fucking better deal during this whole fucking pandemic bullshit. Not fucking just signing whatever bullshit they put in front of him.
Yeah, it's weird. He got a nice pay. What did he get, like $400,000 in his last fight? And they probably offered him something that was like a quarter of that. And he's like, wait, what? You know?
Yeah, shit. If I was going to fucking fight Tony Ferguson, I don't want fucking big bucks, too. Like, come on, motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like fighting a blender. I mean, seriously. It's like, let's go put him in a cage with a fucking blender and see how that goes. You know?
Most likely, fucking Gage is going to get injured, and then fucking Tony's going to step in to fight Khabib.
You still on that, huh?
I gotta have hope, man. Come on, we need that goddamn fight. That's going to cure fucking COVID. That's going to be the fucking thing.
It's funny, man. That would be the type. Like, if he filled in at the end of the year to fight Khabib, that would be a fitting end to 2020. That would just all make sense. It would come full circle. It would all make sense.
Yep.
But
we'll probably fucking end that for that.
Yeah. I don't know. You have a better shot of seeing Conor's dick.
Probably will. There were cameras, like they said.
We want to see the hog.
Praying to God.
Yeah, let's see the hog, man. TMZ, pull the footage. Let's see the fucking Irish cock. Now, he's Irish, so he's got to have the curse, right?
Yeah, you're going to be disappointed, Moss.
Damn, what am I going to rub out to, Jess? If I see it and I'm disappointed by the little Irish cock, what am I going to do?
Think he's circumcised?
No, I don't know, man. What do you think? You think Conor's circumcised?
Yes.
She's saying yes. What do you think? What's your thoughts?
I don't know. Irish, I mean Christian and Catholic, they don't really do that shit too often, so.
Interesting.
So guys, hood.
We're going to find out. Let us know in the chat. All right. Drunk, anything else?
Yeah, fuck. What I have? Yeah, JBH, please go easy on Moss. You know, he did a good thing tonight. Don't yell at him too hard.
Yeah. That's
I'm
right.
not going to yell at him.
You're not?
Oh, you just got to have some words with him. I know what that is.
She's going to whip me. She's going to beat me down. Strap me to the fence.
She's going to give you the look.
Did you guys hear that
Moss, you motherfucker. Like, if I'm going to spend time with these fucking assholes, I need to get paid for it. I need compensated.
Did you hear that we saw a tarantula in our backyard, a live one, Drunk? Did you hear about this?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, a live tarantula. We caught it and threw it over our wall. What do you think about that? Real man.
I hear those things like fucking shatter if you like drop them.
Will they really? Good thing I didn't drop it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
All right. Well, Drunk, listen. You've said a lot tonight. Any last thoughts?
Yeah. JBH, seriously, why do women fucking turn the shower up to fucking boiling levels?
Because men have to keep the house like a freaking icebox, and it's their only way to warm up.
Oh, shit, yeah. Getting that shit goddamn scorching my skin. Like, what the fuck, lady?
They're setting a trap. It's a trap.
It's a trap. All right.
Yo, just fucking cold hard. That's why.
That's true, too. That is also true.
Okay. Drunk, thank you. Appreciate the call.
Yep. And a shout out to fucking 2 Joints. Welcome back from your beaver hunting trip.
All right. There you go. Welcome back to the 2.
Yep. Later, Simon.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right.
You just mute it if you're going to play it so we don't have to listen to it.
All right. So look at this, guys. Check this out. This is kind of cool. Yeah.
Thanks.
Start. So check this out. In our backyard, we see this guy. No joke. We're like, what the fuck? What in the holy hell is going on here? Now, to those of you, you're going to get a treat here. You're going to see my mystical little legs. Look at this in our backyard. That is not a toy, friends. That indeed is a fucking a tarantula. I shit you not. Yeah, welcome to Arizona. Now, tarantulas, they're pretty much harmless from what I've learned. But watch, so Jesse's going around the table.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. It
watch
disappeared.
this manly man. Watch the manly man with the world's largest cardboard box. Because I'm not going to pick that with my hands, but maybe next time I will. Silent Gamer, you got those? Let me know in the chat if you have those in your freaking yard, man. So here I go with the box, and I'm like, hey, you're going to crawl into this box, fella.
It was so cute. It was just walking right up to him no matter where he went.
His name is Steve. It's Steve the Tarantula. Look at that motherfucker. Look at it. He fell, Jesse. He's hurt. Oh, my. Look at that, guys. This is content. You don't get this on MMA channels. But on the MMA holes, we give it to you. Get in the box, buddy.
Get in the box.
Look at that thing. He's in the box. He's in the box. Now, I would never kill something like this because he kills the scorpions. So
I saw someone in our neighborhood was trying to pick it up with his hands.
I think I'm going to try next time. I'm going to try to get this thing on my body and try to record it. I don't think it's going to hurt me. Like if it backs up and lifts its front claws, Ann says I would kill it. But how would you kill this thing? It's like a murder.
Aw, don't kill tarantulas.
Like how do you step on a tarantula? Could you imagine stepping on that hairy monster?
Tarantulas are the sweetest creatures.
It's like stepping on a cat.
They're not going to hurt you.
I don't think it would bite.
Yeah. And they're good to get rid of scorpions and stuff too.
Deep fry it. Yeah, so here's the shout out to Amazon. I got the world's largest Amazon box, so I didn't want to go near it. So here we are, we're releasing it in the wild. Yeah, look, I'm scared. I didn't know what to do. This is epic, right? Look at this. We should play some like dramatic music. So here I am. I'm gonna put him over the wall. Look at the little friend. There he goes. See you later. See you, Steve. Look, he waved at me. Did you guys see that, by the way? Look at this. The fucking guy waved at me. Jess, did you notice this?
Yeah.
Watch. See you later. You saw that?
Yeah.
And it's Steve saying goodbye. Watch, so let's say it again. See you later. Look at that, Jess.
But then he gets stuck.
Yeah.
He got stuck on the bottom
look,
of the
he's
box.
upside down. This is content right here. This is quality MMA content right here. Fucking spider waved at us. So he's hanging on, but he crawled down the wall and he's safe and sound. See, look at that. Welcome to the MMA Holes backyard.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Was that not fascinating? Like coming from New York, that is unbelievable. That's like I can't even wrap my head that would exist. In
it just crept up on him.
It's crazy, man.
So yeah.
All right, hit the likes, guys. 144. Come on, let's beat up the ceiling with thumbs. Hit the likes. Let's get to 150. All right, let's get into the news, Jess. What do we have here in the news? Because we haven't even dabbled into that. We took some phone calls.
We'll get into the main stories for the night. There's some other ones that are kind of irrelevant. If you want to head over to the MMA news section and check on them, you can. But I'll get into the main ones.
All right,
starting off, Joe Rogan offers to moderate a presidential debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden. According to Bloody Elbow, Joe Rogan has shown interest in becoming a political moderator ahead of the 2020 presidential elections. During an episode of the Joe Rogan Experience podcast with former UFC fighter Tim Kennedy last week, Rogan claimed he would 100% be ready to moderate a debate.
Super chat. Drunk, what
Notice
up?
Notice he didn't mention D's name there.
He didn't mention D's name. Connor, when? What was he talking about? Notice he didn't mention D's name. When?
When, Drunk Savage?
Yeah, I don't know. All right. Thank you, Drunk, though.
Rogan claimed that his role as a moderator would be an alternative to traditional debates in order to avoid media bias. However, he later added that he does not believe Biden
Shopping
can handle
during a pandemic.
Then Steve went to your neighbor's house. Smiley face.
Well, there's a wash back there. So Steve's in the wash with the scorpions. But maybe he crawled over the other wall. Steve's on my neighbor's head right now. Although my neighbor is like what? She's an older woman, and she's got a nice pussy. No, she's like what? She's got to be pushing 70, right? How old do you think she is?
I don't know.
But we saw her, and she's like, they're sweet. Don't kill the tarantulas. They're sweet. So I'm just picturing her inside with like just tarantulas everywhere, like woo, party, high fiving them. You think that's what's happening?
Maybe. Kennedy took to Twitter following the podcast to rally support for Rogan's idea and to ask whether people would be interested in such a debate. Trump has since responded to Kennedy's question saying, I do. So now Trump wants to do a debate with Biden with Joe Rogan mediating it.
I immediately ran over to Joe Rogan's Twitter. And there was one thing. It wasn't said by him, but he did a retweet. Let's see if he said. Here is his retweet. This was 10 hours ago. But check this out, Jesse. It says, you want a debate moderator? I got one for you. And it's like this woman in drag. Looks like Chris Farley.
Funny.
So
looks like Diaper John a little bit.
I don't think Joe Rogan's going to do it. Would you do it if you're Joe Rogan? What do you think? It might be a good move.
Yeah, it would be a good publicity stunt.
But I think Joe Rogan's too cool to do it. I hope he doesn't do it.
I think he would do it.
I really hope he doesn't do it because I feel like it'd be a cool move if you blow off the president. Right? Like, nah, I'm good, buddy. I am a gazillionaire. I'm good. I'm just going to hang out in Texas and smoke my weed and talk about conspiracies.
All right. According to ESPN, Moss.
Yes.
Nope, scrolling downwards. Oh. Downwards. There you go. Already talked a lot about Conor today. Tony Ferguson to the UFC says, pay the man about Dustin Poirier. The UFC was targeting a 155-pound matchup between Ferguson and Poirier, also a former interim champion, as its co-main event for UFC 254 on October 24th, but it hasn't been able to come to terms with Poirier. Poirier recently told ESPN he considered the fight off, and he even left his camp in South Florida. On Monday, Ferguson campaigned for Poirier's cause on Twitter, saying, pay the man. Dana White, love y'all, but let's give the hardcore and casual fans what they deserve. A good fight, sir.
Yes.
Violence, let's go, Tony, says Poirier in response. He also said Ferguson is the type of guy.
Pandemic. We got a donation.
Well, Rogan a Trump supporter. Will Biden do it? Is it fair game? Smiley face.
He would have to be unbiased.
Well, he's pretty liberal though. But I don't think I think he's anti-Biden if I'm not mistaken. But I don't think he's a full-blown, like he tries to pretend he's in the middle because he does have some liberal views.
It's okay to have Republican views and still not like
I don't
Trump.
know. I don't know if he really fully supports Trump. I don't think, from what I've gathered, I don't know. But thank you, Roberto. Shout to Mr. Hernandez, the Hearn.
Super chat.
Dan Martin with the 5. What up, Dan?
If Biden can do an interview with Cardi B, I don't want no excuses for why he can't debate.
Yeah, why? So what's going on? Is Biden just trying to avoid this whole thing? Like he doesn't want...
I don't know what he's
doing. I don't know what
care.
Biden's doing.
I don't care anymore.
No, sorry. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Just he doesn't care.
He also said Ferguson is the type of guy who would manage his opponent and get him a new contract for the fight to happen. Last week, White told reporters the UFC is not even trying to salvage the fight between Ferguson and Poirier and said the company would find a new opponent for Ferguson. The UFC 254 pay-per-view event, which will take place at Fight Island in Yas Island, Abu Dhabi, is scheduled to be headlined by a lightweight title fight between Khabib Nurmagomedov and Justin Gaethje.
Okay. I would like, that's the one I would like to see. It would be Poirier, Michael Chandler, and Hooker at the bottom. I don't want to see Hooker versus Poirier. I don't know why.
No, Hooker versus Ferguson.
I mean, Ferguson, excuse me. I don't want anything to do with that. It's just, I don't know. I'm not a Dan Hooker fan. Like, he's been in decent fights, but he doesn't do it for me. It's a tough dude, but yeah, I don't want to see him versus Ferguson. Chat, let me know, I'm just actually curious. I'm going to do a little science experiment with 313 watching, and we're just getting through the news. got a little political for a second, but I want to know, just give me an answer, because I want to know if there is Biden supporters out there. I'm not going to lash you for being a Biden supporter, but I want to know, Trump or Biden, if you had a gun to your head and you had to vote, who would you vote for? Just out of curiosity. I just want to see where the chat is at. 307 watching, so people from all over the world. If you had the ability to vote or were forced to, who would you vote for?
These nuts, Fook Biden, Trump 2020, Biden's a retard, Trump all the way, Trump without a gun, Trump should build a wall around, Trump 1000, shoot me,
Is the
son.
Biden in there?
Country over party, Dan Hooker, not a good hooker, Biden, Trump.
A lot of Trumps.
I'd shoot myself, I'd choose death, Biden, Trump, Trump. Biden's a Mongo, not Trump, Fook Biden, they're both bad. Shoot me, LOL, Tim Kennedy, authors of 94 Crime Bill, Yamasaki, Trump me, 2020 Trump baby, Trump, look at my box. I'd vote for baby mama, LOL, Trump, vote JBH or you get waterboarded, keep America great, Trump, bam.
Okay. Well, there you go. I'm not surprised. I was just curious. Wow, it's nuts. Gio
the Great, do you do anything in that chat besides complain? Because I'm starting to think you're the next Gary Banjo Sandwich. Calm down, buddy.
What did he say?
We're all here for a show. We're all talking about different things. Every word that comes out of your keyboard does not need to be a complaint.
Well, freedom of speech, right?
I will kick that fucking speech right out of the chat.
All right. Anyway, hey, I got fantastic news, Jesse. And listen, no save the show today. We're just going extra, so appreciate anyone that donated. And how about this? 150 likes. Let's do this, friends. Everyone, you ready? Put them up right. Let's fucking party!
150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. Open up your bra, show your tits 7%, yeah. MMA show with the holes and the mohawk hair. JBH with the news you really can't compare. Throw your thumbs in the air. Throw your thumbs in the air. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care. 150 thumbs in the air like you don't care.
Yes!
The dislikes can.
Yes!
Listen to Tyron Woodley rap.
Damn, look at those thumbs. Fired up in the chat. The thumbs in the air like they don't care, baby. Look at that. Look at all the members, by the way. Shout out to the members. Rocking them UFC guns. Throwing them. Blazing them. Oh, man. Look at that.
All right.
All right, next story, Jess.
So, remember Naveed Afkari, the one that Dana White was trying to save from...
what about this thing here?
Yeah, we already talked about that. Dana White shouted out Trump shouted out Dana White, Colby Covington, and other UFC fighters at...
that was really cringy, the Covington thing, though. When he shouted, how cringy was it when he...
Talking about his muscles.
He's like, his last fight, what he did to that guy. I'm like...
His last fight, he lost.
I'm saying to myself, Donald, he lost, Donald. He's like, what he did with that last fight. All the muscles he has.
And he really showed his opponent.
He showed them. And I'm like, what? What fight is he talking about? Yeah. It's crazy, man. Yeah, Donald Trump is fucking nuts. By the way, we got to show this. Hold on. This is fucking great. Colby, this is so great. We didn't touch on this. I know people are like, politics. But listen, it's mixed. There's your boy, Colby Covington, right over there. How many people saw this? I think everyone saw this. This is so fucking funny. Okay, ready? You ready for this, Jess?
Ready.
Okay. Here we go. Let's just do this.
I'm going to be watching Colby. I'm a big fan of Colby. He's a winner. He's a champ. And it's going to be a great evening, a great fight. And I just wish him best of luck. But I've just seen him a lot. And he's tough. Good luck, champ. Appreciate it, Mr. President.
The dude trying to kiss his fucking hand. He tried to... And look at Trump's face. He's like, did you just try to kiss my fucking hand?
Someone responded to the comment that you made about that, and they said you can clearly tell that he wasn't trying to kiss his hand. Trump brought their hands up high. At the same time, Colby was like kind of bowing his head at him.
And he's seen him a lot, Jesse.
I'm going to be watching Colby. I'm a big
Did you see Colby's face, by the way, before I got started over here? He gave him that look. He's like, you ready, buddy?
fan of Colby. He's a winner. He's a champ. And it's going to be a great evening, a great fight. And I just wish him best of luck. But I've just seen him a lot.
I just seen him a lot. Meanwhile, you don't see him at all. What are you talking I seen him so much. He was great in his last fight. He was unstoppable. Oh, fuck, he lost? Oh, my God. This is the freaking best.
And he's tough. Good luck, champ. Thank you. Appreciate it, Mr. President.
He wasn't trying to kiss his hand.
He wasn't trying to kiss his hand?
No, you can tell. Someone brought it up on our comments that you can tell he was kind of like going like this, like nodding at him. But at the same time, Trump brought his hand. You can tell. Like he wasn't trying to kiss his hand.
The dude tried to kiss his hand.
No, he wasn't.
And then Trump's face afterwards, like, did this guy just try to kiss my hand?
I'm going to be watching Colby. I'm a big fan of Colby. He's a winner. He's a champ. And it's going to be a great evening, a great fight. And I just wish him best of luck. But I've just seen him a lot. And he's tough. Good luck, champ.
All right. We have to get rid of the Colby Chaos Covington donation and Colby kissed Trump's hand. We have to do that. Okay. We have to do Colby kissed Trump's hand. That might be what I do tonight. Oh, it's so... Want one more?
No, I don't want
Come on, one more, boys.
One
more, yes!
Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm going to be watching Colby. I'm a big fan of Colby. He's a winner. He's a champ. And it's going to be a great evening, a great fight. And I just wish him best of luck. But I've just seen him a lot. And he's tough. Good luck, champ.
His face. Look at Trump's face. He's like, what the fuck? The dude tried to kiss my hand. I'm crying. Imagine, here's my opportunity. We're going to post something for social media. I'm with the president. Let me try to kiss his hand. Oh, my God. Talk about going completely wrong. Oh, my goodness. I love Colby. I absolutely... Yeah, he went for it. He went for it. You ever go in for the kiss? You ever, like if you see family or see a friend or you know, or if you assume that someone... This is a funny story. My brother's father-in-law is off the boat Italian. Like, the greatest guy in the world. Really cool guy.
But he kisses people.
And, yeah, he kisses people, hello, and everything like that. So here I am saying, listen, everyone's kissing this guy, hello. I'm gonna go for the kiss. I kiss my father, hello. It's an Italian thing, on the lips. And I see his father-in-law. Everyone's saying goodbye. He's kissing, like, the immediate family. I'm like, I'm going to go in for the kiss. So I go in, and he was shocked. He didn't expect the kiss. So it was the awkward... it was like the... like, it was the kiss. Oh, fuck. Let me try to hug. That's awkward. Handshake. It was literally... Oh, my God. I know. How gay was that, right? And I was like, what the fuck? You didn't want the kiss. It's weird, man. It's really strange. Is guy like
that's
guys?
Why like that's the benefit about being a girl. Everybody kisses the girls.
Yeah.
Like especially in Italian families, on his side of the family and stuff, the girls all get kissed. So it's like it's not an awkward thing. You just know that they're gonna try to kiss you. So you just kiss back.
I was trying to be respectful, and then I turned gay. Like I immediately turned gay. But maybe that's what happened with Colby Covington. You know, the difference between me and Colby is he did it with the president.
I'm going to be watching Colby. I'm a big fan of Colby. He's a winner. He's a champ. And it's going to be a great evening, a great fight. And I just wish him best of luck. But I've just seen him a lot. And he's tough. Good luck, champ. Thank you. Appreciate it, Mr.
All right, good. I'm sorry. It's just too fucking funny, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna turn your smile upside down. Remember Naveed Afkari, who
yeah, he's dead.
Dana White was trying to save.
He's dead, man.
Yeah, he ended up getting. Unfortunately, he ended up dying by his government, despite pleas from across the globe to save his life. Among those who tried to stay his execution was Dana White, who released a video on social media asking for Afkari's life to be spared after he was sentenced to death. According to White, he had heard the story about Afkari's planned execution, and he personally reached out to Donald Trump in an effort to save his life. White counts Trump as a longtime friend and recently spoke for him at the Republican National Convention, but it just wasn't enough to stop the Iranian government.
Remember, if this story... Now, listen. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore, but I'm going to go with it. They're saying this guy's dead. And if this is indeed true and this man was killed for trying to
peacefully
protest, you knuckleheads out there that are going way overboard and disrespecting the country and shit like that, remember what you're disrespecting. Just please.
Shopping during a pandemic.
We got Roberto.
The Don was about to smack him. Don't kiss my hand, you got germs. The look.
He doesn't like germs, right? Yeah, Donald Trump's actually a germaphobe. He did get that look, though, right? Thank you, Roberto. So fucking... I mean, I wish I could rewind it and play it again, but it just it loops. That's why I hate Instagram. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get it on Twitter. Did Colby put it on Twitter, too? Twitter usually is the... God, I love that. I don't care what you say. That's got to be a donation. Oh, yeah.
Shopping during a pandemic.
All you filthy aminals, pucker up.
Yeah. That's... Jesus. Actually, D-Rest. We should have kissed D-Rest. He's a paisan. All right? Well, next time we see D-Rest, I'm going to plant one right on his fucking lips. All right, look at this. Thank you, D-Rest. This is the look you get when you try to kiss the president. That's the look you get, Jess. Mm-hmm. And the look of shame on Colby as he's looking down, he's like, oh my God, I just fucking tried to kiss the president. Hoofa. All right. Yeah, but this poor guy, man, what a terrible fucking story, man. Roberto, what do you... God, Roberto's probably such a fucking liberal. Roberto, come on, man. Jesus Christ.
You said everyone is entitled to their own
You are,
opinion,
but Jesus,
so
your liberalness is oozing in the chat. Whoa, liberal. Whoa, easy lib. All right. What else do we have in the news?
Jared Cannonier staying ready for UFC 253 just in case Israel Adesanya or Paulo Costa can't fight.
Ooh,
yes.
Creamy. I like that.
So there's that.
All right.
And that's pretty much it for the main news. Everything else is just, if you want to check it out on MMAnews.com, it's little things. Brian Kelleher's considering testing free agency.
Mm-hmm.
You also have Drew Dober versus Diego Ferreira at a UFC's November 7th thing. So all that stuff you guys can just go check.
Yeah, check it out.
So.
All right. What's Henry doing?
Yeah, he's basically same stuff with Sean O'Malley, saying that Sean O'Malley thinks he's better than what he really is. Kind of just trying to spark up a storm with Sean O'Malley on the social media to get them to go back and forth and maybe consider a Sean O'Malley Henry Cejudo bout in the future. So
what?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyway, so we're gonna move on to this happened Saturday night. We spoke about it earlier. Great card, a lot of fun. I was really surprised how much fun this card was. But we roll into, and we were talking about the Colby Covington thing. We roll into a big, like, banging fight night. Now, it would only be fitting if this card sucks, right? That last fight night, beginning to end, was fantastical. And then could you imagine this one here with banger after banger on it? Like really stacked up fight night. This could be a pay-per-view card, the way this thing's thrown together without the championship fights. You got the fucking rat lip Jesse coming in here. Johnny Walker Spann, Cowboy Cerrone, Nico Price. You got Mackenzie Tushy Dern versus Ronda Marcos. Kevin Holland versus Darren Stewart. Hell to the Yizzy. By the way, 2 Tyron Woodleys on 1 card. Really fiery stuff over here. Check it out. Just look at it, baby. Jessica Rose Clark who basically is a can, right? She looks great, but she's pretty much a can. Anyway, Jessica Rose Clark back in the mix, so this is a really banging card. Hopefully it's not a letdown. Do you think this could be a letdown, Jess?
I hope not.
Okay. All right. Well, that is it. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight on the MMA-Holes Hour. We'll be back tomorrow night for the Contender Series. Yeah, join us for the Contender Series. If you're not subscribed, sub, hit the like button. And Jesse, you look like you're done. You're done? Is it time for the lecture?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole.
Get out! Get out!